y'all. Okay, let me try something. Hello, action. Hello, AriNyaTou. Yesterday, yeah, on time. Not like I did, but I was like, an existential crisis because I was like, why is there no one here? Okay, let me open the door for Momo first here. Okay, so today my friend passed me some stuff. And I can show off. Alright, so without further ado, I've got things. Alright. Well, is everyone ready for today's stream? Today's stream is gonna be a little messy, I think. Oh, but then again, one is life not messy. Alright, without further ado, let's Caturteer in the house here, and welcome to the Tokusatsu channel. Then yeah, we'll talk about Kamen that's Super Sentai. Is Super Sentai? Super Sentai does not exist. Ultraman and all those stuff. Yeah, how's it meowing, everything? Yeah. Yes, yeah. Alright, so today, let's switch the BGM to Turaya first. Yes, yeah. Return BGM. Alright, how's it everyone today? Yeah. Today is gonna be a react stream. Right, kinda, I would say different. Is it not different? I don't know. Depending how you look at it, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I do heavily suspect that I'm gonna get yeeted by YouTube's algorithm. So please love me. Yeah! Double Sentai is super deep. I know, right? Hey, so today I'm gonna be doing some things that are a little bit new. Alright? That you probably did not okay, I wouldn't say not expect or what, yeah. But it's gonna be a little bit different today because I intend to actually do reaction. Yes, yeah, reaction streams today. So it's definitely a little off from my usual. Yes, yeah. Alright, so what exactly are we going to react to? There's a lot of things we have to react to. I have actually 2 playlists to react to. Yeah. Not one, but 2 playlists to react to. Oh, I'm actually really I wouldn't say excited, but I'm keen to like try out what it's gonna be like now. I mean, got the almost a G father of Ultraman. Ah, okay, so you're almost caught up now. Ultra Recom. Yeah, we just cleared that I think like 2 weeks ago. Something like that, yeah. 1 or 2 weeks ago. Otherwise, the end of today's stream, I'll be ending at Tokusatsu and then be watching Ants Canada. Yes, yeah. So that's gonna be a plan. Today, the reaction stream, we're gonna start with some light-hearted stuff, followed by some painful stuff. Alright? In between, I will talk about random things. Alright, so first of all, let's go to the gaming scene first. which is not really the gaming scene. I've not used the gaming scene to game in so long. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I catnapped today. Yay! Wouldn't really say I catnapped because someone passed it to me. So I've got new things. Yes, me out. But in case you didn't know, this is my coaster. I got it for free the other day. Alpha. So yeah, this is my main coaster. Coaster? I don't know what you're saying, but my main coaster is kept. Alright. Anyways, alright, as you can tell, my table is as messy as always. Tea guys here. Okay, I got my vice stem here. Here, I want to move my vice stem to the other side actually. Right, and then let me just slap another promo card here. And yeah, not to do something so you might miss much. No, you're gonna miss so much today. Alright, so today what did my friend pass to me? Passed me some cards. Risado, Gamba Riding. Okay, Build Gamba Rising. And then I have not filtered these. Those extras. Although we got another Wizard Gamba Rising. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of gacha. These are already open, so these are so called the non-rares that he just passed me like bum. Okay, I've not actually looked through what these boxes are. I'm just looking at, I've not looked through these boxes, but we've got some like wizard cards here, the wizard Gamba Ride cards here. He taped them really nicely. I don't feel like opening tape. I'm just gonna open one box and see what the heck is inside here because I have not I do not know what he passed me. I genuinely do not know what he passed me. Huh? I see packs. They're open. Chat! They are sealed! Do you know what does this mean? I'm keeping these first. Or we should just take one out for today's. But that means I need to set my camo. Is it all just packs? I don't know why he passed me. I thought he passed me the common cards. I didn't expect him to pass me packs. Okay, this is what I was expecting. This is the box which I was expecting. Yeah, I didn't expect packs. I did not expect packs. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest here. I did not expect packs. This was what I was expecting. Just a whole bunch of his commons. Yes. Yeah. Alright, so chat. I want to check with you. Do you think I should open a gotcha pack for Daily Pack Chronicles? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Should I open a gotcha pack for Daily Pack Chronicles? Do give me your input here. I am on the fence because it's gotcha. Okay, but yes, we got more cards here. Yo. I don't even know what the rest in these packs now. Yeah, all the comments. There you go. Who the heck is this? Howden. I don't even recall this Howden here. I said Goshitos are better. I know, which is why I'm like, should I open it for Daily Pack Chronicles and take up a slot on Daily Pack Chronicles? But that's the question. Yes, do I take up a slot in Daily Pack Chronicles? But I've also not Beauty Parfait as well. Actually have not checked the Beauty Parfait yet. But I think this weekend we'll be watching Garo first. Then we'll probably go to Parfait after that. Yes, yeah. Okay, my friend also passed me these. These are kind of nice. We've got some magazines. So the magazines do have some pretty interesting things. I just glanced through them. I didn't look through the whole thing, but there's like Fire Gotcha, Okay, Daybreak Gotcha details and all. Right, the detail of heroes thing, which is actually pretty cool to be honest. I always like this detail of hero stuff. Yeah. Always like, you know, clearing his house. Then I was like, pass me stuff. And then we got one for Blazer. Yes, yeah, we got a portion talking about Blazer stuff. Yeah, Blazer. Ajay wants to be the most nerve-sucking. Yeah. Right, so we got the Blazer movie stuff here, which is kind of cool to be honest. Yeah, not gonna lie. Then I got Farm 5 stuff. Okay, and then I got Jet Jaguar. Okay, this one has some garo. Yes, yeah, a little bit of garo in here. Yeah. But the one that caught my attention though was actually, when I was scrolling through, was actually this one. Ta-da! There's actually a page to some Cybercop art. I have no idea exactly what they're talking about, but we've got some Cybercop stuff in here. Yes, yeah, but yeah. So he passed me 2 books actually. The book is this. Five will not safe for work a bit. Yes. Okay, so over here we got more gotcha stuff. They basically bought a lot of the magazines for the gotcha promos. Yeah, so because of that, I end up with, once I clear out the books, then I just pass it to me. And that's how I got my hands on these. So I didn't pay for these, alright? Then I got some art here. Alright, then I preferred the other book though. This book was a bit of a miss for me. Then there's like the right commands, which the game is already dead. Yes, and then there's some Godzilla art and all. So it's actually kind of interesting. It's a nice book. It's a nice book. He passed me 2. Alright, and then he also passed me one of the free gifts because he said he doesn't collect it. Alright. Ta-da! Okay, this one, however, I think I should set up my camo cam proper. Yeah, I think I should set my camo cam proper, yeah, then y'all can see things clearly. Xiaomi. Yeah, I'm gonna set my camo cam proper, so y'all can see everything clearly. Okay, but before that, I need to turn on the USB. I don't understand why they make it so difficult to do this USB debugging nonsense thing here. I'm not, would have been easier if I could, like, you know, just have an option like USB debug on, USB debug off. But every time I go in and want to do the USB debug, they make me wait like what, 10 seconds staring at the settings. You see, I'm like, I know what the heck I'm doing. You really give me like warning. I need to click OK. Yeah, I need to click like OK. I need to click everything. Then Android will just be, and also like makes me wait for like 10 seconds. Even though I need to click everything already. Yes, yeah. Okay, I do not need to update camo cam. I just need the current camo cam. Okay, so yeah, we'll see the power of camo cam in a quick moment. Deactivate. There we go. Alright, camo cam looking good. Alright, so you can see everything in HD high definition. That's a Garo figure, right? That's what we are gonna look at closely, because I mean, this is free. I didn't expect to get this Garo figure because, to be honest, I would not have bought this Garo figure for reasons I will explain very clearly. If it was up to me, I would have not bought this Garo figure, but this was included in the magazine, and then he like you know, he was passing me the magazine stuff. So yeah, wait, you are still on the old cam. You are not on the camo cam yet. cam. Alright, it's a lot clearer now, right? Yes, yeah. Okay, so this was a magazine promo. Alright, so you can see this is the magazine promo. It looks like a gummy, okay, Nia? But for those who knows, I do not like uncolored stuff. Yes, yeah. I like my Sofubi's colored. I don't like this, but it was free. I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, popping gumi. He looks tasty, okay? Like literally, he looks tasty. But okay, you put this on the shelf. Okay, if I leave it like this, can you even tell the details? You can't see the details on the figure, which is so sad. Just add a bit of color and see how much more detail you can see. I'm sorry, but I love colors on my Sofubis, okay? Yeah, it looks like soup, right? And grape candy, you want to eat? Yeah, you see the problem? And then we've got I got some promo cards lying around, so I was like, yeah. I've already replaced my Vulginist. That's why this the normal common Vulginist is not the promo Vulginist on the table now. Okay, but with that out of the way, should I open this or should I keep it sealed? Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? Yes, yeah. Daily Pack Chronicles, yes, no, yes, no. I'll let Chat decide. Daily Pack Chronicles, yes, no, yes, no. Cheese is on yeah. It's cheese at home. This is on yeah. Okay, because it's got chat. That's also asking you. Okay, then let me turn off the music. Oh, it's open. Okay. Let me start the recording. Today's a little special. I went out with a friend earlier today, Nia, and I got a special little gift, which I'm gonna open for today's. Well, I open one booster pack every single day for the entire year, Nia. Yes, Nia. So honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Gotcha for the most part. And I have no idea what we are going to pull, what camis are going to pull, Neil. In fact, I can't recognize most of the camis here. This like guns, shovel. I can't remember this cami. I don't exactly remember this cami. I have no recollection of this cami. That's the worst part, Neil. Like, oh, Scabons. I know Scabons. Yeah. Yes, the one thing I like about Scabon is Scabon looks a bit like revised the head. Okay. Behind that, we got Sparkle, and that's it. Alright, so this is our two shinies. I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm just gonna put Scabons on the pack today, yeah? So, yes! Scabons, everyone! Okay? And remember to join me for more Daily Pack Chronicles tomorrow, nya! Nya, nya! And yeah, Shakakiri Sports. Yeah, you honestly, that's why I say it looks like revised head. Does it not look like revised head? Seriously, just look at the head. It looks like revised right now. Corporate expect us to tell the difference. Okay, yeah. Just look at this too, alright? Revised and Scabon's head, they literally looks like revised, okay? Alright, so and corporate expects us to tell the difference between the two. I have no idea what corporate was thinking here, but it literally looks revised, okay? That's why I like Scabons. I'm so biased, alright? Yeah. Okay, so Scabons is going in. This is going somewhere. Okay, where's my temporary storage for Daily Pack? Ah, there you go. Temporary Pack Chronicles. I think the two of them just work nicely, yeah. Alright, now that we're done with Gotcha, honestly, I want to ask you, do you think this is disappointment or do you think this is okay? Should I save the rest of the gacha packs for daily pack or nah? Well, let me know. Yeah. And you missed the gacha. Oh no! You know what? So since today we are just doing a chatting and reacting stream, okay, yeah. So today we are doing a reacting stream. All right. Let's just open one more gacha. Yay! We got Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck build pack crossover breakers. I have no idea, but I only know I bought this pack because this waifu looks cute. I have no idea what's included in the pack, but I bought it sometime back. Yeah, because waifu looks cute. Yeah, a Yu-Gi-Oh pack. I did not know the pack trick. I have no idea when we're gonna get inside. Holy shit! We got actually a really nice card. I actually like this card. This card looks good. This card looks good. The art. Yes, yeah. Okay, Ryuge Warzone. Alright, we got Topological Bomber Dragon. Armored Bitron. And for rare, we got Palm Brazil. Yeah, it was. The waifu is cute though. This waifu is cute though. Yes, yeah. I can't remember which binder they have put because now I got a binder for I'm putting a binder of waifu collection stuff. Yeah, there you go. So my Yu-Gi-Oh waifu album. Yes, yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, one more. Fall or not fall doesn't matter, yeah. Wait, Okay. AriNya? Oh, I got disconnected. My internet. My thing got disconnected. Do you see? Alright, they hit it too hard or something? Yes. Okay. And the waifu wonder book. Yes, yeah. Okay. Also this. Alright, and then we'll activate the camera. Okay. Alright. A dreaded unplugged USB. Yeah, USBs are going. I have no other one. Alright. So with the waifu pack out of the way, alright, let's open one more waifu pack. Oh, you can tell there's something wrong with the cat today. Yeah? Let's see what me. Actually, no, I've not, because I've got a lot of DMs. I actually haven't looked through most of them. I'll try to look through them like later today, after stream or something. Yeah. Alright, one more pack. Not for Daily Pack Chronicles, but Maho Akka! Let's go! Yes, yeah. That's not what you guys call Waifu Collector the game. Okay, so honestly, I love Maho Akka as a series for a multitude of reasons. Okay, yeah, but they have some really, really nice cards in here. And pretty nice cards in here, okay? I'll rare for this one. Oh! I actually got a nice climax one. It's sparkly. I like this one. Okay, yikes. Bonus because it's a character I like as well. Kochi! You like this character? Wait, I got it. Yes, I actually do have wolves. Okay. Still waiting for the alternates. Actually, most of the alternate arts are out already, if not all. Yes, because Japan already received their packs, so a lot of the Japanese packs are out already. So you can see the art already. Yes. Ooh. Oh no, okay, yeah. Well, is she from? No, she's from Maho Ako. Yes, yeah. Maho Sheja Ako Gare. Please watch if you're above 18 only. Yes, yeah. Anyways. Let's see if there's anything else for the day. Alright. I'm hungry. Let's eat some candy. Alright, the last pack we're gonna open for today. I keep on saying last pack, yeah, but I'm hungry, so we're gonna open some Gundam. Yes, yeah. Alright, so this Gundam, alright, I got no Gundam. I got a Gundam. It is what it is, okay. It is what it is, okay, yeah. But what I get in here is Gunpla! Yes, yeah. Oh, sana maho ako happening Akiba niya. Yeah, I actually want. I will just see the people sharing the maho ako stuff niya. Oh no! Don't tell me my gummy has melted beyond. Oh no! The gummy's melted. I need to bite into my gummy manually. Yeah, that's a gummy here. Yeah, I know. Wait, Anya, you're going to Japan next week, yeah? Is that the plan? You leave on Tuesday? Nice, yeah. Oh, taxi 5 days! Cat jelly. It's a gummy pineapple flavor. Not really. I'm manually scraping the gummy off. Okay. But as much as you want to get the review, if you can, let us know. Okay. Quick question: do you want a Jeet Riser box here? Okay. If you don't mind paying for the Jeet Riser box, it can be arranged. So, let's say if you join the Ultraman thing here, it will okay. I will be able to ask the shop to bring in the Jeet Riser box and can place the order for it as well. Yeah, although it's going to cost you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm better me man to be. I know. Yeah. One thing though. If anything, I see yeah. If anything though, I do hope I can plan a Japan trip probably in 2027. And hopefully I can plan a trip to coincide with one of the comic cats. And yeah, look at Erica. I am looking at the Japanese version of the card game. Yeah, I have managed to scrape up most of the gummy. Snow Miku. How's it? If I do want to go to Japan, yeah, there's a couple of things that I want to do that probably won't make sense to most normal people. All right. If possible, I would like to stay probably a week at Takayama. Yes, yeah. And stream there. Yeah. Yen lost a lot of value recently as well, yeah. Like, Yen is just going really in a very bad state right now, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah. I'll get accepted to university. Oh, that'd be so cool! Studying what though, yeah? Oh, we're going to be in Taka. Oh no! Yeah, I was planning going on a cruise, but since cruise prices are very low now, but yeah, considering Japan, yeah, go Japan, go Japan. Yes, yeah. I don't know for 65 days. Yeah. For me, I do want a global liberal studies with like 22 hours Japanese. Oh, that's cool though. Because for me, I am hoping that, you know, I can go for a Japanese trip to actually go there and draw. Yes, yeah. So, I probably want to like set aside a week to actually draw stuff. Alright, and enjoy the place. Yeah. And no rush. It's like I'm going to plant myself at the corner for most of the days and just draw. Well, you can't work remotely, and maybe you could do, or we could do work trips. Okay, for me, the idea is, I know I did vaguely mention this before, yeah, but I might want to try to plan something like community funded trip for me to actually do like a art book. Yes, yeah. I feel like right now I'm at a spot where I think when it comes to art, I'm a lot more confident, yeah. Though I need to get back to drawing more backgrounds, because today I've been drawing a lot of characters and I've not been practicing my backgrounds as much, yeah. But I hope that I can, like, you know, start practicing my backgrounds more. And then about things like, send me the character you want, alright? And then I'll draw you in the Japanese backdrop as I'm sitting there. Yes, yeah. So that will be like, you know, and then all of this is going to go into art book. That is my Japan plan. And it's about Zoe. Yes, yeah. Military retirements are covered. Usually just save up for one big trip a year. I see. Okay, for me it's more of I actually want to draw Japanese backgrounds down here, but I'll say that the maximum I will keep my trip to is probably about 3 weeks. The main reason for that, I'll just tell you the main reason why I try not to exceed a month in Japan, or exceed a month anywhere outside of Singapore, Kenya. Mumu. She'll go crazy! She has already gone crazy multiple times. You know, I'm not from the US. Will not pay you enough for a trip for 65 days. Yeah. 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 For me, I have to go on. Yeah. I'm just worried about Momonia. Yeah. Yeah. She's missed me so much. She's like, you know, stuck to me non-stop. Like, she freaked out a lot, okay? Like, my mom was complaining like she was looking for me every day. After it's gone for one day, she was like going up and down looking for me. What should you watch next year? if it's gonna be ZO or Ghost, I will say ZO. But I think you should watch something like 01. Have you watched Isabel Zoe? Have you watched 01 yet? Yeah, 01 or yeah. We'll watch 01. Okay. Have you watched Exit? Exit is good. Exit or built, yeah. And there's some other stuff on the side, yeah, and leave a very low cost of living. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Exit is good. Okay. Today, let's get to our core content, which is actually reaction stream. Like today, I've actually set up to do reactions. I've got 2 playlists to do for reactions here. So, depending how fast we clear the reaction stuff here, we'll move from one playlist to the next here. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna turn off my camo cam first. I'll leave my camo cam there just in case we'll want to swap over later on here. But yeah, okay. We're gonna do some reactions today. Don't worry, you don't have to disappear the Discord or what for the reactions here. It's all gonna be on stream itself. I'm gonna react. I'm thinking if I react in this format. Yeah, let's just do this format here. Let's just do this format here. Okay. Should I? Or should I switch to the other format? The other format would be this one. I'm kind of more comfortable with this format because the screen's a bit slow. React to AI Toku, yes, partially, yeah. And you're in the minority, but you enjoy Ghost a lot, yeah. Watching it with the mentality that someone's reaching a part and lemon makes it enjoyable, but overall has a lot of issues here. You have cultural connections to your state, but it keeps not keeping you here anymore, yeah. That's why you can pass accidentally for. I hope you can pass that. Oh, that'd be so cool though, yeah. Honestly, I would love to. Okay. I'll let my Oshi do the talking as to why I do not wish to move to Japan long term. Okay, yeah. Because she explains it best, and it's because of this clip she, jumped up to my #1 Oshi. Yeah. For all the Holo Oshi. So for those who don't know, my Oshi was previously initially the top for me was actually okay. The top Oshi for me was actually Crony, but she managed to surpass Crony. Yeah. What? Someone can surpass Crony? How? That's the amazing part, right? Oh, no, fine. Why GG won't move to Japan? Yes. Okay. Alright, you've been living in Japan for... Oh wait, you've been living in Japan for 20 years now? That's so cool! Then you can go for Ultra Expo anytime you can. Hey! So, this is the clip that I'll explain.
When I talked to Mori Calliope, she just a stray comment of like, you should come back! Or like, what if you just moved back here?
Yeah.
What if you just went back? What if I have some fun? I don't know. I've been thinking a little bit recently because, as you know, I kind of live really, really far from things.
Yeah. Plus, most of our jammies and all are in Japan, yeah? So, yeah.
I don't think I could permanently move to the Far East because I did some thinking. But I don't know if I would be there long term, I would want to do it for a year for fun. But doing it for a year, I feel kind of bad because I have Popo's barkers. And
Popo is a doggo.
Yes. I don't think I would force them to do Popo's barkers to do a plane ride for 10 hours. It's like just for a year. I don't know. It's too rough. And Popo's barkers needs taking care of too. Unless, if I was doing it for like a permanent, you know, if I was moving for 5+ years, it would be something that I would heavily consider and look into and like, okay, let's make this happen. But if I just want to go on a whim for a year, it just doesn't seem fair for a creature. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm just fear-mongered, but I've heard like so many terrible stories about airplanes trying to bring something on an airplane. It's too much. Too evil to do. At times I just do want to go over there for a couple months again, just for funsies, and then hopefully have my travel PC by then, so I don't have to use John Hololive's PC that I hate and detest with all my heart.
Yes, yeah. What about Momo? Especially Momo is very, very very clingy to me. Hey, let me just put it to you this way, yeah, alright? I'm not separations, and then once you get to a new home, yeah. Okay. So even when I go overseas, okay, Momo gets very stressed up, yeah. Do you know that me going to Japan, Momo actually became bald on her butt? Yes, yeah. Momo lost her butt hair. I'm not joking, yeah. So, alright. So here's a story time, yeah. So last year when I actually went to Japan for I think 2+ weeks, yeah.
Oh my god!
Hello, thank you so much for the sabbies. Yes, yeah. Yeah. I was just about to share story time. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Alright, story time. So last year when I went to Japan, what actually happened was, my cute little kitten Momo at home. I had to leave her behind for about 2 weeks plus. And what happened to Momo was actually really scary because Momo has this really, really bad habit of over grooming. That means she licks herself too much when she's stressed. So when I was in Japan for that period of time, okay, Momo was actually so stressed. Mama Cat was like saying, do you know Momo is like looking for you up and down? She's like searching for me everywhere. Okay. And because I was not home, she was actually very stressed. And then she was like cuddling up to Mama Cat, which she never does, alright? She doesn't cuddle up to Mama Cat. But she was like using Mama Cat as the spare human already. And just licking so much. And then Mama Cat didn't want to worry me. So when I came home from Japan, I was like, yay, Japan was fun. And then I saw Momo's butt. She was bald in the butt. Yes, yeah. She was licking so much that all her butt hair was gone. So it was like, the back of Momo was like hairless. Yeah. And it took her like almost 2 months to recover all her hair, which was so stressful for her. Yeah. So that's why, when I want to go overseas or I go for long trips and all, I am, very worried for Momo. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. She doesn't enjoy the quiet as much, to be honest. Yeah. Mama Cat will probably miss you a lot too if you left longer than 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. I got destroyed the carpet and room, refused to use a litter box on she was waiting all night while her sister babysat her for weight. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. Hey, it depends on what kind of cat you have. Yeah, like if your cat is self-sufficient, alright, then there wouldn't be any issues, yeah. But if you have a very needy cat like Momo, oh no, she'll be very stressed, yeah. Yeah. She literally came home I came home to see a bald butt Momo. Yeah. That was actually pretty terrifying. Yeah. So after that, I was like, no. That's the reason why, you see, if I plan anything, I would do things like that. Yeah. My cat will only eat when I ate. She was your wife. But okay, talking about food. So when Momo is hungry, she'll eat, alright? But sometimes she's like, she tells me I want to eat, but it's not because she wants to eat, right? She wants to eat and she wants me to watch her eat. I'm serious. She literally would want me to watch her eat. If I put her on my phone, if I do drawing or anything, she'll stop eating and she'll just flip the plate. She literally wants me to watch her eat, okay? Sometimes when she's like, you know, I'm hungry, but I'm not like starving, then she wants me to watch her eat. Is this the level of attachment Mumu has? Yes, yeah. Which can be meow. Don't know why, but that sounds cute, yeah. Yeah, she's so cute that way. Exactly, yeah. Okay, anyways. Actually, I opened this two in two separate windows. Y'all don't know what's going on behind, but I know what's going on behind here. Okay. Okay, anyways, yeah, alright. Okay. I'll go to the long trip. We must figure out how to handle her. She becomes a yeah, that's why I said the max I can go is 3 weeks, because I know 3 weeks she just lose her butt hair. Yeah, well, it's hard to do, but yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, with that, let me go and pee real quick. Alright, I'm just gonna turn on the music first here. I'm not gonna switch to BRB screen, but let me go and pee real quick. Once we're back, it's time to react to a lot of things, okay? BRB. Okay, this was totally not part of the plan. Alright. But I went to the toilet. I came back. Okay. And she's literally asking for it right now. Okay. Hey, just for, you know, just let you know, Momo had her food about, how long ago? 1 hour before stream. Yes, yeah, now she's like, yes, I'm not even joking. She's literally like, watch me eat. Can you hear her? Can you hear her? I'm not making this up even, okay, Nia? I want to pee because initially when I started streaming, she walked out of the room. She's like, I don't want to do that. Nia. You can't hear her. Okay. Yeah, she just meowed one time. Then I'm giving her scrubbies as I prepare the stage. I don't know what I'm gonna call prepare the stage. Wow. Okay, Nia. Is there any way to hide this? Okay, I have no idea how to move this to full screen. Okay. Alright, if that's the case, we'll switch back to the camel screen. Oh, this was not part of the plan, okay? I'm just gonna be very honest. This was not part of the plan, alright? She literally decided, you know, it was time to, make me do this. This, yeah. Okay. Yeah, she literally wants me to watch her eat now. I feel really bad about a transatlantic flight, yes, yeah. She loves the kibble crab, but I try to stop her from eating kibbles here because the moment she eats too much kibbles, she go all over the floor. Yes, yeah. And on my bed. And everywhere. And the thing is, she doesn't at one spot, okay? She on the floor, then she jump on bed, and then she go outside the room on the hallway. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see much of her. Yeah. And Jack makes cat puke sounds right. Yes, yeah. Okay, but yeah. There you go. Momo decided to hijack stream. And I'm not even joking, okay? She literally just had food a couple of moments ago here. But just before stream, she finished this. Yeah, this was before stream. Then she is now eating her second can. She's not hungry. I can tell she's not hungry, okay, Nia? She just wants to be here. It is what it is. Alpha girl, I know. She's such a cutie. Yeah. You can hit the button now, Patchy. Did you answer my question, Patchy? I don't know. Was my question answered? Patchy, answer me. Why do I need gloves? Also, what button, yeah? Yes, question Yanni. Yeah, you did answer Nia. Why do I need gloves? I don't know if I have proper gloves for that, Nia. And yes, Ritaro's like cute kitty. I know, right? And we have not even gotten to our Toku reaction stream at all, okay, Nia? And Relde Momo is murdering Kochi to a world and she holds all the she does. Alright? I can tell you lately I've been getting a lot of backaches also because of Momo. Because, alright, hear me out, alright? I can do work on my PC, right? But most of the time, I'm sitting on my bed next to my PC and I remotely work on my PC via my tablet while sitting on the bed. Does that make sense here? Okay. We'll call the string launcher won't be pain. I see. I don't have such gloves. Okay, so something that happens. Okay. Okay, so something that happens really, really often is, you know, I have a PC. I have a pretty decent PC, alright, where I do all my animation and stuff on here. But half the time, okay, especially when I'm home, what happens is I end up actually sitting on my bed, which is next to my PC, and I remote over. Yes, the fact she's leaving bits and pieces behind means she's not hungry. Yes, yeah. And yeah, I'm tempted to get back into Beyblades. Let it rip. Okay. I want to be like super honest here. Yeah, remote access desktop 2 feet away from desktop. Yes. Do you know why I do that? Yeah. Okay. So tell me if this makes sense, okay, Nia? So very often I have a PC, okay? I actually have a very good PC, all right, where I do my animation and stuff on video editing and all. But I don't use my PC normally. I will just go to my bed, I will take up my tablet, remote access to my PC, and edit on my PC. So the question is, Kochi, why are you doing that? And I actually don't have like proper back support while I'm sitting on the, you know, on the bed, or I actually end up having back aches and all because of that, yeah. But the reason why I actually do that and, you know, work on my bed rather than at my PC is because my cute little cat Momo loves to snuggle in between my legs. So she'll come in and she'll be like, ow, ow, let me snuggle right now, ow. Then I'll move from my PC to my bed. She snuggles in between my bed, and then I will work somehow remotely 2 meters, probably less than 2 meters away from my PC. Yes, that's the life of me, and then that's how I get a lot of back aches. Yeah. Yes, Mumu. Yeah. Anyways. So she can do everything on the bed. Okay, the thing is, if I'm in the bed, alright, and I'm lying down in a comfortable position, that is fine, yeah. But Momo wants me to sit cross-legged so she can just snuggle in between my legs. Well, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, how do I explain here? Momo wants me to sit like this, okay? And she likes to be in between. Like, here. Yeah, she loves me to sit that way. Yeah, that's why. And then I end up in a very weird situation where I hurt my back. I get back aches from that. Okay, yeah. You just lamb spaghetti with chicken cutlet and fries and so. Oh, that sounds good. I was about to go for spaghettis today, but I didn't. I was about to cook spaghettis today. Okay, I was about to learn. Someone asked me out. Yes, yeah. Also, yes, this is the Beyblade I got. Cha-chang! Okay. To be fair, I got this at a very, very cheap, below normal price. Okay, yeah. So, Kochi, why did you choose this Beyblade? Anybody want to make a guess why I chose this Beyblade? Yes, yeah. Anybody want to make a guess why I chose this Beyblade? Yeah. And now that you see me have a Beyblade, favorite character? Pretty much. It's almost orange. Okay, I wanted to get there was one orange one I was looking at, yeah, but I didn't have the feels for that one. I actually like her character a lot, yeah. Yeah, like her character. Her voice is so good, okay? It's not to do with the color, it's her voice, alright? I gotta be honest, I only watched 3 episodes and then I got sucked in. Hey, who wants to know how I devolved into my Beyblade situation, alright? It's time to let y'all know how I devolved into my Beyblade situation, okay? I blame YouTube. I blame YouTube. Alright. I can help you form Maltese upgrade. Wait. What do you mean you can help me form? Is that upgrade for it, yeah? How is that upgrade? I don't get what you mean, yeah. Not much actually. Okay, so this was how I got into it. So I blame YouTube because I saw this. Okay, let me find it. I saw a clip of this, and then that basically got me into Beyblade. I'm not even joking. Let's go. Just chatting tree. Yes. Okay, without bam this. This was what got me into Beyblade. I started here. Yes. Yeah, this is the one of the OPs, but they had this. It was actually this clip from one of the videos where they cut and then edited this way. I was like, holy shit! Oh, it looks so good. And then I was, yes, yeah. And that's how I fell in. Sounds like a song can bring in the series, yeah. But they love to make dub intros here, and they actually do a decent job. Yeah. That's a wizard arc. You mean I need to buy like a wizard arc to make wizard might? I mean, I currently have a wizard rod. Yes, yeah. Is wizard might good? Hey, you have the bay, I can see. But I don't want to spend that much money, okay? And okay, so what happened today was I actually met the person who was passing me the bay, alright? And he was actually really nice. Okay, he was late, by the way. Alright. So I was like sitting at the area doing my art, alright? And all. Then when he came over, I was like, I'm so sorry for making you wait. Then when I got it, I was like, I'm not like opposite. Then she was like, oh, okay, so you know, then I was like asking, if I have any other Beyblade. So I was saying, I don't have any of the X series. This is like my first X series and all. Then I was like, wait, so you have not started? I said, no, I just started. He actually gave me a launcher. Yes, he actually gave me one extra launcher for free. Oh my god. Okay. And the best part about the launcher, okay, yeah, is I think I just leave the gaming scene as camo for the time being. So the reason why okay, so he actually, I got this from him, all right, at a very very cheap price, okay, yeah, more than half price from the normal, okay. And then what happened was he was like, oh, you don't have a launcher? He gave me a launcher. Yes, yeah, and it's yellow. I know yellow is not my favorite color, but it just goes perfect with, you know, my wizard rod. Yellow and yellow's like, yeah. I ripped it very lightly because I do not want it to go zoom all over the place here. I'm sweaty? No, I'm not sweaty. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I was actually really happy with this new. Yeah. And honestly, yeah, I can tell that I got this for less than half the original cost. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Right. It was one lunch. Stock combo? No. What do you mean stock combo? Yeah. Included a box actually. I have the box somewhere. I kept the box, but I throw away the cardboard box. If that makes sense. Yeah, the box is at the other side of the room. Yeah, he actually did provide this to me. Gave me this stock combo. I don't know. Is it a stock combo? But it's just yellow. It just works because by right this one doesn't come with this one doesn't come with a launcher. Yeah. Oh, that's stock yellow wizard rib. So it was good, right? You know how to make me happy. Yes, yeah. Okay. But don't worry, he didn't reason on me, okay? Because he was there with his wife. His wife was there, okay? Yeah, his wife was there, right? He was not alone. Yes, yeah. Stemma was too prominent all meta. Yeah. But honestly, yeah, I did enjoy this. Yeah. Okay. So with that, let's head back to the watch party so we can actually start reacting. It's been over an hour. I've not actually reacted to what I planned to react to. This is bad. Yes, I did. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna react to, alright? I know this is gonna sound so weird, okay? Okay. Alright, the first thing I'm gonna react to is insurance. Who is an insurance advertisement? Okay, let's go. Yeah. Alright, we got somebody cool on the bike. And who's that? Anybody recognize him? Do I recognize the people in this advert? So now they're seeing how fast it is to, like, apply for the insurance. Yeah! Right! Hey, you recognize them? No, you didn't recognize them? No! Okay. Alright, another advert by this four of them. Okay? Yeah! Yeah. You recognize him? Kamen Rider Laser! Kamen Rider Puppy! Kamen Rider Exedo! Yes, yeah. And that is Dan Kuroto! Shin Dan Kuroto! Yeah! This is how you do good adverts, okay, yeah? Yeah, literally, targeting the correct target audience with exit and insurance. I mean, exit is about saving people because, hospitals and all, and then now they're saving you with insurance. I guess it's pretty thematic, yeah? I got laser before the others. I see, yeah. Okay. a bummer, but was attack heavy niya. Is it? Anga did not say that people though. He started Bugstar stuff. I know. Yes. Hey, so here's another advert that we have. Yeah. So everybody, here's an advert from the same crew. Yeah. It's been 10 years! Yes, it's been 10 years since Exit. Okay, they're like, it's been 10 years. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, it's the 10 years. I love how they're still such an awesome, team together. Yeah, which I kind of enjoy. This is how you do insurance advertisement, not those kind of like, AI adverts that a lot of insurers love to use these days. Yeah, this is how 10 years. Yes, now they're talking about 10 years insurance or something like that. I was like, yeah, what the heck? They say, like Exit 10 years anniversary. Now let's talk about 10 years insurance. So good, don't you agree, Nia? Yeah. And that's like perfect insurance advert. Seriously? Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Yeah. Yeah. And that is saying we are number 1 for 2 years. Yeah. I'm so exit coded. Right. Yeah. Yeah, then they're like, yeah, what do you think of the advert? Yeah. Yeah, they're like, how do you think of this advert? Do you enjoy it? Yeah. I mean, it's so on theme, okay? Exit doing this sort of adverts, And look at his hair! Yeah! Okay. Alright, so this is actually a toy review of one of the China limited toys, okay, Nia? So I actually felt that, China has come up with a lot of interesting toys lately. And this is one of them. So let's have a look. Honestly, China comes up with some of the interesting and weirdest toys at the same time. Right? So, what toy is he going to review? Ada! Ultraman! This is so cute, right? Yeah! I want to mount this Ultranians, but... Yeah! Look at how cute they are! Don't you agree? Right, so these are all, keychains and all, I think. Yes, yeah. But yeah, so it's front and back. And then, check them out! I actually want to get some of these. Yeah. But they don't have Tiga. But look at them! That's so cute! Yeah, then the next one. Cheeto! She's like, no, don't leave me alone, Papa, Milayo. You're the cats now. Yeah. And then Mebius. So cute, the Mebius face. It's absolute cuteness. Yeah. Don't you agree? Yeah. And then next up we get Hikari! I mean, it's kind of like, Hikari coded, where it's like, all the time, yeah. Yeah. And then we get Zero. Okay, I do like Zero's tail. If you do you realize Zero's tail is literally his slugger? Like, the tail is slugger shape. Do you notice that? Do you notice that? Oh, such a brilliant idea. Yeah. It's absolutely cuteness, okay? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's low-key genius. I know that's very high-key genius, actually. And with the the hit drop. Oh. Yes, yeah. And Zeta! Z is not the cutie in this one, don't you agree? I look so cute! Look at that cuteness over there! Yeah. I wish I can get more of the Zs as well, yeah. Yeah, Z is looking so innocent and happy. I know, right? Yeah. Next up we got Belial! Belial one looks so cute! Hey, okay, the evil kitty look, alright? Yeah, I mean, look at that Belial. Hey, gosh, Belial cat looks too cute. I know, right? With the eyes and all. Yeah, I absolutely love the Belial cat. And it's like, pring, at that side, like, you know, like he's wanting to say, oh wait, I just realized something. Look at Belial's ear. Do you realize his ear got nipped? He has a nipped ear. Oh, is this like Kaiser Belial with the nipped ear? Yeah! All those small details are so good though, yeah. Yeah, that's really good detail there, yeah. Alright, next up we've got Omega! Holy shit! The Omega is so cute! The Omega is like pop out of Hadaita! Food! Hadaita! Food! Yeah, the Omega is so damn cute! Yeah. Okay. Blazer's like the pouncing cat, you know, and the cat wants to pounce like, and then the butt shakes and ready to pounce at Blazer is giving that vibe, the butt shaking, ready to pounce vibe. Blazer's and the cutie, yeah, perfect Blazer cat. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's next here. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so honestly, the whole team altogether, the whole theming altogether just looks so cute. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Yeah. Where's Tiga though? Where's Tiga though? Yeah. Yeah. But do you want to get these keychains? Because honestly, these keychains look so absolutely cute. I'm like, holy shit! Holy shit! I want to get these. Yeah. They just look so good together. Don't you agree? Oh wait, the way he did that. Oh no, the way he's positioning all of them is so cute. Yeah, one them off the wall. Nah, you should get one full set and just put it into one Ita bag. Don't you agree, Nia? And hi, Elemental Boy. How's it meowing? Yeah. Yeah. Looks like you want to eat your spaghetti. I know. No, he wants to eat your yakisoba, not your spaghettis, yeah. Oh no, sorry. I was doing reaction. That's why I was like trying to clear all the reaction that I start entertaining anything that's like not reaction related chat. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. I know, right? Yeah. But yeah, that was so goddamn cute. Yeah. Do you think I should do like a rider version? Yeah, like saying I should do a rider version, right? You want a rider version, right? Yeah. Right. Right. And why not? Why not? Yeah. Actually, Omega would eat the because yeah, he would. Yeah, he would literally eat anything that can fit into his mouth, including Kosei. Because Kosei fits in Omega's mouth, right? That's why Omega just eat Kosei. I mean, what? Imagine kids being cute. Yeah. Cute fox. Cat fox that is, yeah. Yeah. And then the usual, nice. Hope you get a lot more stuff for your gaming stuff, yeah. Okay, on to the reacting next thing. I don't know what's the next thing yet. Oh, him again. What is this? Oh, the Omega, yeah. So, as y'all all know, let me read. So as you all know, alright, we actually got Omega that ended recently, and China actually released its toy. So I don't have it here. Okay, so let's just see the review for it, because I found that this was super interesting. Yeah, right, China edition toys. Okay, look at these. Honestly, I am very mixed on what I'm looking at. Don't you agree? Like, I see Trigaron, I see Reckoners, okay, on the thing. Alright, but the interesting thing is it can merge with a lot of other things. Yeah. You've seen some of these, right? I've seen this around, but Omega one looks actually really interesting, especially the the Valginus Halberd one. Yes, in my opinion, the Valginus Halberd one looks really good though. The other one looks kind of weird, but yeah. So we got mini combined weapons. Hey, so you basically have an Omega handle, alright? Which is actually pretty nice, to be honest. Like, it looks really good, to be honest. Yeah, those Omega handle thing. And then, but the other versions I see him review, they actually have like a button where you can press, and there's like, more sound effects and all. But I'm not sure. I don't know if there's sound effects for this one. Yeah. So we got the Reckoners. I mean, the Reckoners looks really small. It looks like a pen knife or letter opener. It looks that small. Like, it's not even 1 palm size. Yeah. Or maybe he has just big hands, okay? And then we got the Trigaron Claw. So, in a way, it does look awesome, but at the same time, I don't know. It looks kind of cheap, especially for this one here. Yeah, like overall, look at this. I mean, it's soft rubber and all this. Yeah, it's safety for kids, but it looks kind of cheap. And you get the connecting joints, which, I don't know, feels a little, what do you think, yeah? And then we got this one. Okay, this one though, I think it looks kind of cool, to be honest. Yeah, so we got the Omega with the Valginus armor head, alright? And then, yep. Okay, the thing is, like I said, the other versions, they actually have sounds when you actually press the handle, like the Belial one and all. This one, from what I see, there are no sounds, realize? It's not showing off any sounds. It's just thing. But I like how the halberd looks in this one, yeah. Yeah, the halberd here actually looks pretty cool, to be honest, no matter how I look at it, yeah. And, okay. I'm so sorry, just look at this head. Just look at this head. For some reason, with the long neck and this head looking like this, alright? You know what it reminds me of? You know what does this remind me of? Those actually reminds me of, like, those screaming chicken. Where you squeeze the chicken and the chicken... those rubber ducky chicken things that just scream. Yeah, this looks like a Belgian version of the rubber ducky, the rubber chicken that screams. Don't you agree? Like, so that just gives me that vibe, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, the one you see before looks better, but we'll have to wait to get the combo part. Yeah, yeah. And then you got 3 connecting points. Honestly, I don't recall seeing the connecting points in the previous versions though. Yeah, I do not know why they include connecting points in this one. But let's see. Combination! Yeah, I've known the previous ones, like, there's like sounds and all when you connect them. But I think there's no sounds on this one. Yeah, which is kinda upsetting. And like, there's no sounds. I mean, you can combine to a lot of interesting shapes and all, but I don't know. As a cute, kid's toy, I think I would have expected a bit of sounds from the toy, if you get what I mean, yeah. And especially if you're going to go Minecrafting, as you want the tock, 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 Minecraft sound. That would be perfect for that, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's literally pushing the number of combinations. This feels very... Okay, like it just doesn't feel good. This one, however, I think the switching it to a sword kind of feel, right? The whole halberd kind of works. Don't you agree? Like, this actually feels like a sword, though I do not know why a handle would be on the top. It's kind of weird in that way, yeah. But it has that sword silhouette and it looks kind of cool, to be honest, yeah. And yeah, it looks like a flying, the screaming rubber chickens. Kind of feeling, yeah. Yeah, Earl's trying his ways to, make it work. And then, okay, the weird thing is somehow it just doesn't look good at the halberd form. I mean, it now looks like an axe more than a halberd. I mean, the DX already looked like an axe, but it looks sort of weird and floppy because the black part is rubber. So when you hold it that way, it becomes kind of like floppy and kind of feels bad. Don't you agree, yeah? X mode! I mean, he's trying everything he can, okay? He's literally trying all the weird combinations he can put together this Omega Vulginous thing here. Yeah. I mean, some of the forms don't even make sense. Gun? Vulginous gun? Okay, that's kind of okay. But I mean, I kind of like that, these toys actually give kids creativity to customize your own weapons, though. I'll say it'd be nicer if there's a bit of sound, I guess. I mean, kids, they love sound. Yeah. Okay, so you can combine the two of them. Alright, we get the combination that we never got in, Omega, which is all 3 Meteor Beasts put together. You get whatever this weapon is with Omega in the center. I mean, it's kind of a cool concept, but it looks kind of small to really enjoy it properly. Yeah. Yeah, try Meteor. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now he switches to the halberd form thing. Oh shit, what the heck is he doing? Okay. What the heck is this? Is this like a pickaxe? Oh, this is a really weird looking pickaxe, okay? I don't know what's all, blasphemy he just pulled out of those, but yeah, it looks weird on so many levels. I mean, kids will probably have fun. You can attack in all 3 directions, I guess, yeah. X, yes, Aaron Kelly. Okay, now he's combining everything, I'm guessing. Oh! You see? When he combines... Okay, hear that? When he combines the other stuff, There's sound. You see, the Omega stuff doesn't have sound. You see the sound when you combine things like that, yeah. And I think the sound really, really helps to make the thing, you know, come to life in its own weird way, yeah. Though I gotta say, this feels like a very, very, very haphazard combination of everything. I think it would have been better if it didn't include like the, you know, reckoners and the trigonal part of it, but that's kind of cool in some ways, don't you agree, yeah? Yeah. I know putting the father and son with Omega kind of looks cool together, yeah. Yeah. When the weapon is not long enough. You know, okay, you know one problem I complain about DX toys is the weapons feel like kitchen knives, right? But putting this in this way, we don't have kitchen knives, okay? You can combine kitchen knives to make a katana. Right? And when one knife is not enough, you just go unlimited knife works. And then you get long knife. Yeah, it looks like a long range weapon. Yeah. You see, there's a difference. Like, when there's a sound, it just works better for kids. And you just need shing, shing, shang, shang. I think it just works. But we don't have that in the original Omega alone, yeah. But the shing, shing, shang, shang sounds, I know it's kind of cringe, okay? But I think for a kid, those shing, shing, shang, shang sounds just work so well. I think that's something that a lot of toys get, right? Especially in Japan and Bandai's planning when they actually include all those special effect sounds. It really makes a kid feel like, I'm slashing for real. I'm slashing with a lot of power. Don't you agree, yeah? It's just a shang sound, but it makes kids, yeah. Also, as a kid, if it doesn't make sound, the kids will make the noise themselves. Oh yeah, true. Kids are portable speakers that you cannot insert MP3. They just make noises that they wish to make. Oh yeah, this is a blazer and odd one. Yeah. Okay, why transform with this? Oh wait, this sword actually looks cool. This sword actually looks cool. Not gonna lie, yeah, though it looks awkward. But combining like a giant sword, this actually looks cool, to be honest, yeah. It actually looks like a usable weapon. Compared to everything else we've seen, this actually looks like a long usable weapon that has range, proper range, okay, yeah? And it's not a kitchen knife, alright? It's like a kitchen halberd claymore sword, right, yeah? Yeah! Yeah, this actually looks so cool! Don't you agree, yeah? Yeah! Holy mother of impractical. Yeah. I just one weapon where you can use all three. True. Okay, I cannot remember what I included in this. I can't remember what toys T-Spark this is, okay, Nia? Let's go. Hey, T-Spark. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, so the Samurai Troopers from Takaratomi side. Yeah, I actually miss toys where, you know, you can actually tie the armor on the character. So this actually is like those classic toys which looks kind of cool. And yes, you also have a lot of mobility apparently. I actually love toys with this sort of gimmicks, which actually looks so nice. Yeah, don't you agree? Yeah. Okay, so it's from the Toy Rise series, so that's Takaratomi, not Bandai. Takaratomi. Holy shit, that looks so good. Don't you agree, yeah? We need more toys like this. I feel like recently Kamen Rider Ultraman stopped having this sort of toys as well, yeah. Yeah, but this one looks so good, yeah. You want one of those, not gonna lie? Oh, yes, yeah, I want one of those too. Okay. This That's why I want to react to. Alright. What is the person's name? Okay. Yes, everyone! Kochi Caturteer in the house here, and today I'm going to react to Bazaar Productions, is it? Alright. Bazaar Interest Productions video talking about what's the real reason Kamen Rider Zatsu is so divisive. Arc 1 analysis explained. Alright, so this is my first time watching it, but I think it's going to be interesting to see whether I agree with their points and not. Okay, and then maybe give some my input and all. So yeah, why are people not connecting with Kamen Rider Zatsu? Personally, I do enjoy Kamen Rider Zatsu. Like, I want to put it out there, I do enjoy Kamen Rider Zatsu, and I really enjoy where it's going. It's definitely a much slower pace compared to a lot of shows. Like when I recently rewatched Kuga, and now watching for the first time Agito, it kind of reminds me of a show with a very slow pacing. Yes, yeah. So we are kind of like used to shows with pretty fast pacing, and I kind of like they're taking their time to build the characters, to build the world, rather than just rushing into it blindly. Okay, but let's just see what they say and let's go.
VIP of Bazaar Interest Productions, and I want you to type I love Kamen Rider. Why? Because if there's one thing you need to understand about Kamen Rider is that you can love Kamen Rider, but Kamen Rider fans hate Kamen Rider.
You can love Kamen Rider, but Kamen Rider fans hate Kamen Rider. Is that true? No, I'm a Kamen Rider fan. I love Kamen Rider. Not Gotcha though.
So, what I hear you type, most fans of anything hate their series. But
most fans of anything hate their series. I don't know. I feel like generally Zatsu, I've been seeing pretty good feedback overall. There are people who say it's not peak, but it's not bad. If you get what I mean, yeah.
The discussion's kind of been pretty interesting because you're finally going to get my thoughts on the discourse regarding Kamen Rider Zatsu.
Yeah, I do want to hear his thoughts on it.
Both divisive in Japan and overseas. And I'm kind of
divisive in Japan and overseas?
I feel like some people are kind of missing the nuances of where everyone's coming from. And there's like two major factors that
Okay.
To why everyone's feeling that way. Apparently, people are not vibing with the season so much that one person actively admitted they want the series to get canceled like Super Sentai.
Huh? What? People want Zatsu to get cancelled like Super Sentai? What the heck? No! Okay. I feel that a lot of people who say that, okay, they want Zatsu to get cancelled and all, it gives me the tokusatsu tourist kind of vibes. Yeah. It gives us a very huge tokusatsu, those kind of tourist kind of vibes. Yeah. Like, there are a lot of people who, okay, I always like to bring this up as an example, but I won't be naming and shaming, okay? So there's this pretty big streamer out there who actually was kicking about a big fuss recently when they were saying, oh, Super Sentai is ending. I'm so sad. Super Sentai is ending. I was like, okay. The reason why I don't take their cry seriously is because from what I can tell, the only Super Sentai that that they actually watched was Zenkaiges. Alright? Like I know they did finish Zenkaiges, yeah, but beyond Zenkaiges, I don't see them knowing anything about Super Sentai. Like, they aren't aware about King Oja stuff, yeah? They are not aware about boonboomger. I'm like, alright, so I know that Zenkaiges was their first Sentai, okay? And then they just say, oh no, it's so sad, and they're kicking a whole big fuss saying that Super Sentai is ending, Super Sentai is ending, yeah, but how long have you not been watching Super Sentai? Stop, like, farming Super Sentai sadness for your own clout, I guess. But at the same time, it's a lot of others, tokusatsu tourists that kind of annoy me. Yeah.
Which, guys, we can disagree on the plot, but holy hell, wanting people to be out of a job just because
wanting people out of a job
particular season out of like 30 is flat out ridiculous, don't you think? One thing
yeah,
I do want to talk about
that's
is
kind of ridiculous. When when Kamen Rider should get cancelled? if people want to say Kamen Rider should get cancelled, yeah, it should have been Gotcha, not now. But if Gotcha was the last Kamen Rider series, you wouldn't have gotten Gavu. So I'm glad it wasn't cancelled. Yeah.
That's to the G trilogy of Kamen Rider.
The person earlier I was talking about, do I think they mainly watch Power Rangers? I don't see them being a very huge Power Ranger fans to begin with. Like, I do know their content for other reasons that I cannot speak of, because I'm not trying to name anyone here. And I think with all the clues I'm dropping, you probably won't even know who I'm talking about, because I'm not even dropping proper clues. Okay, yeah. So the streamer, he actually feels like, he doesn't watch Power Ranger, but he was introduced to Zenkai just by his community, and it's like, oh, I love Super Sentai. And then when Super Sentai ended, I was like, you have not kept up with Super Sentai except for that one season. Shut up. You don't deserve to say Super Sentai is ending. I'm so sad. It's terrible. It's like the whole world is crashing because Super Sentai is ending. But you have not watched Super Sentai for at least 3 to 4 years. Okay? I'm so sorry, but I mean, being sad about it is fine. But, making it a big hoo-ha over it, I don't think it's fine. Okay, Nia? Oh, and I also want to bring up that this person hasn't watched Kamen Rider since Build, I think. Right? Like, I know they watched Build. Okay? They were fawning over Build. And then, right, they suddenly became like a huge fan when Zatsu came out, because Zatsu was at Comic-Con, and they wanted to make a huge fuss. Like, oh my god, Zatsu is at Comic-Con! I'm streaming at Comic-Con! Holy shit, Zatsu is so damn good! Dude, you have not even watched Gavu! Do you know how peak Gavu is? Do you know how trash Gotcha is? Yeah, this person's acting as a shit show. I'm divesting from, the actual reaction, but yeah, let's get back to it, yeah.
Because I've been seeing a weird
but
amount
that comment kind of like triggered me off. I'm sorry.
Criticisms when it came to the series, which is just funny because I'm one of the few people who can admit to respecting all 4 series to some degree, to the point where I got a comment discussing how to recover from Tokusatsu's rough 2025, about them enjoying Zets and being surprised someone said Gotcha is better than Zets.
Gotcha is better than Zets? Are they out of their mind?
The funny thing is, I do think Gotcha is better than Zets in some regards. Heck, Yosuke Minato is a producer on 01.
Gotcha is better than Zets? I can't wrap my head around it. I'm so sorry.
And was Gotcha's chief producer role before returning to assistant producer for Zets. So clearly, a lot of these works have a lot more in common than people give him credit for. That being said, I am still comedically upset with Minato for being on the Gotcha production side that thinks Hotorine wasn't romantic. You coward! But I'll dive into the chemistry aspects of Zets later. For now, let's get started because I want to get the obvious point out of the way. Pacing. So there's 2 major points when it comes to Zets. The pacing was bad because nothing interesting happens.
Hey, I think this is a very huge criticism that people said that, okay, like, they say things like, the pacing is bad because nothing much really happens. It's the same thing I see people complain about Omega. I'm like, do you not like to explore the world? Must everything be like, at the edge of your seats? It's a bit like, recently there was this discussion about anime reviews. Okay, we're talking about shonen animes. In a shonen anime, when, the characters are having talking and lore drop and all for a shonen anime, the ratings for the episode drops. But when it's a big action fight scene, suddenly the ratings go up. It's like, people only love to see action, and they love to see fight, and they love to see intensity, but they don't let the story build up. They don't let emotions build up. I think there's something really bad with a lot of viewers in general. In my opinion, it doesn't give shows enough time to cook. It does not give shows enough time to be the best it can be. If you're just rushing through everything. Yeah, if you have rushed through everything, go watch Godzilla, okay? Alright, don't worry, the plot moves so fast, I can't even see the plot. I'm so sorry, okay?
Everything is a 2-episode structure. Now, regarding the first point, I don't know if I agree with that. Well, I do prefer episodes to stand out on their own. The first 3 episodes are basically the pilot and Tetsuya's case. And the Bomb Nightmare and the content of the Mind Door actually plays a huge role because we saw what happens when they escape. And then when it reaches the
so it's a lot of world building, right?
it does
Yes,
some
yeah.
serious damage, and Baku having to deal with that makes him realize the severity of the situation, which is why he can't let that again, and then we mostly get 2-episode cases afterwards. Now, the hatred...
I mean, he said that's a very important, and it shows Baku and those things, like, you know that he can't let the disaster happen again. But the thing is, I wish that, there'll be a bit more talk about, hey, this is the world building. They're setting up the world. They're basically setting up things like, okay, this character is gonna, have, okay, this is how Nightmare works, okay? These are the consequences, okay, yeah? This is your hero, this is your enemies. And it's really the world building. I think something people always miss out is world building. They want to see plot. But the most peak plot can only happen with proper world building. And that's something that I think most people kind of skip over. Like, okay, think about it. Godzilla, I know we are going back to Godzilla here, but Godzilla is really bad because Godzilla has really bad world building. Okay, yeah, Godzilla has really bad world building, which destroys it. Alright? They're just having hee ha, and they don't bother about world building, yeah. And then they say, oh, there's so many complicated things happening in the world. Okay, let me give you an example of a show that didn't focus too much on world building, but they focus more on the characters. And it may not be perfect, but it works better, and that's Dawn Brothers. Okay, yeah? Dawn Brothers, alright, they hands down tell you that the world building is whatever we feel like. Okay, yeah? I mean, there are some rules to the world building and all, but Dawn Brothers, for the most part, they really don't bother explaining the world building, but they are more bothered about, bringing the characters and their interactions together more. Yes, yeah. So it's more of a character show than a world building show, yeah. And that's something that I feel like people don't seem to realize, that world building plays a very important part, okay, in everything. It's the same reason why I can't say Dawn Brothers has very good plot. Okay? Dawn Brothers has very good characters, interactions and all. And it's a good show to watch. But I cannot say Dawn Brothers has a good plot. Because without proper world building, a good plot cannot exist properly sometimes. Not all the time, but most of the time, yeah.
For 2-episode structure started from Tokutubers claiming that any show who had the structure was bad because it was too slow and makes it feel like you're waiting too long for things to happen, which I remind you is seasons like Double, O's, Forte, and Wizard. Now, personally...
Yeah, those shows also, it's a slice of life thing that I think people kind of miss, that it takes a while for the plot to move.
Execution matters more than just a thought of things being 2 episodes being bad. The real problem is what you do with them. Another point people brought up was that Zetsu's format is pretty much the same as Double as a counter-argument. And I do want to talk about that more in particular when we get to the characters. But I feel like people are ignoring the context that W had a big cast of characters. Shotaro, Philip, Akiko, then the Client of the Cave.
Okay, Double has a huge cast of characters, which makes it better. I don't deny that. But at the same time, here's the thing. We get to see a lot of Double's characters and their personalities very fast into the show. Okay, Zetsu, however, now my question is, who the heck is Nox and what is he trying to do? We can't even answer that properly, yeah. And there are also things we cannot answer properly, like, what the heck is, Zero? In fact, okay, while there's actually quite a wide amount of cast in Zetsu, and they were not explored, because they're just leaving us mystery, like we're trying to solve a puzzle, yeah. And everything will all make sense at the later part. This is something that is very, very, a lot of peak shows does that. Okay? Good example, Frieren does that type of storytelling, yeah. Okay? Frieren, so no Frieren, yeah. Basically, they literally give you everything at the start. You don't know anything, but they are slowly picking up the pieces of the story and her, her character growth and on, yeah. I mean, there's not much character growth, but when she reflects on things, you get to pick up bits and pieces of the story. And I feel that while it's not a mystery kind of thing like in Zatsu, yeah, it's this kind of like, slow storytelling that actually works so long people are not going in for I want big action, I want big plot every other episode, yeah.
It's the police department with Shun and Mikio with Lady Ryu. Plus, you have the irregulars with Watcherman, Santa-chan, Queen, and Elizabeth, the Sonozaki family's museum, and including the Dopan of the 2 episodes. Especially when museum.
So who's now saying that there's a lot of characters in Double, which allows this kind of thing to happen? I don't agree. having a white cast and having a tight knit cast, I don't agree. Like I said, they have a lot of characters and Double was spending a lot of time exploring the characters. Okay, yeah. However, it's that they're building up the mystery. It's two separate things.
DM starts playing a major part into the story roles. There's a lot of moving factors that can't easily just be solved within 22 episodes most of the time. Now, while I'm not saying Zatsu is perfect at it, both parts of the episodes either revolve around the investigation or stopping the nightmare once they figure out what's going on from part one, and the characters have to deal with the emergency and weight of it all given the stakes. Plus, there are still subplots that are going on within Zatsu, like everything with Nox. That being said, I would like to see a mix of 2-episode and 1-episode structures. And while people have given Zets flack for having 2 episodes arcs, the last 3 seasons we all got actually did something similar by combining 2 episodes and 1-episode structure.
Yeah, we have actually been getting a 2-episode structure for a very long time in the past few seasons. Yeah. So I don't see the issue.
Had a lot going on, but the first one was basically introducing the main cast and the whole concept of the show. Well, episode 2 actually introduces us to the new season with all the new characters, as well as learning about all the old ones, and Tycoon having to realize it's a very situation that he's in. Then the next 6 episodes each focus on one member of the core 4 and their development while dealing with one of the rivals that they're facing off against for each round, with episode 9 serving as a conclusion. After that, we got Ace's Wish, the Scheme arc starting with both new writers, and Neon getting her beat for.
Okay, that is where I'm having issue with Geats pacing is a little all over the place here. So but the reason why Geats work, okay, is because every other week Geats give you a jaw-dropping situation. Alright, like action jaw-dropping situation here. Not major plot twists. Okay? Zatsu, when you have a plot twist, you go like, it's not like, oh my god, that just happened. It's like, oh shit, is that this and this and this? Like, you have 10,000 neurons connecting, whereas Geats is like 1 neuron connect explosion. Alright? And then Zatsu's like 10,000 neurons connecting and it's like, holy shit, I see the world in a different light. Kind of thing. Okay? That's what I feel Zatsu does here. Now, Mystery, what's with the nightmares? What are they made and where did they come from? Exactly, yeah. It's almost as though 2 different writing style and theme, bro. Yeah!
And then the live mission commenced with the chaos of the John writers, the fever forms, Tycoon regaining his driver, and Glare stepping into the picture for the 3-part finale, trying to eliminate Ace, and the DGP game show reveal. Let's look at Gotchard because its first 15 to 16 episodes were a split of 2 episodes and 1 episode.
Gotchard was a mess.
The world in episode 1, the Alchemy World Exposition in episode 2.
I don't understand why you're doing Gotchard as an explanation, yeah? Because Gotchard was shit.
Gleon's name drop in Wrestler G in 5. Spanner meeting Locus and reveal he's lost some memories in 6. Then we got the 2-parter with Sabo Nito and Athorpos going after Rene. Then the Kyoto 2-parter revealing UFOs being targeted. Then 11 to 12 was a traitor reveal with
Gotchard wasn't a good example to bring in here.
After that in episode 13. With 14 to 15 hitting at Kyoka and Rene's growth with
I feel like he's bringing a lot of explanations in. Yeah, he's bringing a lot of explanations in here, but I think he's kind of like missing the point.
Different people he was bonding with but left. 5 did leave on a cliffhanger, but that led to number 6 with Valen's debut. 7 and
okay, if you're saying that Double had a white cast, all right, they needed time to explore the whole cast here. Then my question is, didn't Gavu had a tighter knit cast as well? Like Gavu actually has a very small cast, all things considered. Yeah.
Trick people into thinking
so
would help out more on
it feels like he's missing the point.
Valen and Shoma trying to.
Those are my thoughts. Yeah.
11 and 12 deal with Hanto losing and finding out about Shoma's identity. 13 and 14 focus on the twins getting revenge and Shoma getting KK.
Yes.
And 15 to 16 focus on the fake traitor while Lakia is getting ready in the background. But I don't hear anyone accuse Gav or Geats of being slow outside of like that one person who hated.
Hey, why are you not accusing Gavu or Geats being slow? Okay? Let's put it this way, yeah. Because every single episode, you get a full new power-up form. Let's be honest about this, okay, Nia? I think visuals and power-up and getting a new power-up is different from I gotcha a new caption. Does that make sense, Nia? For them to say, because his argument is nobody's complaining that, Gavu or Geats or slow here. Because let's put it this way. For Gavu to get a new Gochizo, they actually journey to get a Gochizo. Okay, yeah? So the plot point is literally how I got my Gochizo unlocks new Gochizo. Next episode, how I got my Gochizo unlocks new Gochizo. Does that make sense here? Hey, so that is something that, you know, Gavu does, and I honestly feel like that is why people feel that Gavu's pacing is a lot faster. If you're looking at Geats, alright, you're literally going for one game, second game, third game, and each game you get a new power up, you get a new character introduction here, alright, and there's so much going on. They're literally piling you information and information. They're adding information. Whereas when you're looking at Zatsu, Zatsu is not adding information. Zatsu is revealing information. The information is actually given to us all at the start, but we do not understand the information here. So they're giving us bits and pieces of the puzzle to actually put together and go, holy shit, kind of thing here. Yeah. It's also the fact that they answer the question on result plot as soon as given. Exactly. So when it comes to Gavu, or when it comes to, you know, Geats, they answer the plot and resolve the plot as soon as given. Exactly. I do agree with you on that, yeah. And yeah, also a point I feel.
So no, I don't think that 2-episode arcs are the problem. But
yeah, 2-episode arcs are not the problem.
I just wish people actually recognize why they aren't as bad as people make them out to be. For nothing happening in Zets, I have to laugh just a little bit. The general consensus is that the show starts to improve by episode 6 and 7, which I can agree with. But
the show improves by episode 6 and 7. The only reason why episode 6 and 7 the show improves, okay, yeah, is because they build up the whole structure from episode 1 to 5. Am I making sense here? Hey, if you remember episode 1 to 3, we are literally getting the introduction of the world here. Okay, I think he got that right. Hey, episode 4, we thought that the bride was the bride's other guy was the dreamer, remember? And then we learn more about the limitations of dreamer. That means episode 4 to 5 is literally giving us more understanding of, oh, only the dreamer can be affected by the dreams. Like the gravity falling and all here. And only a dreamer can have this happen. And how does the doors work? Remember, he has to go through the whole, I need to search for the doors. Okay, I need to search for their true nightmare, that sort of thing. And these are the kind of things I think they took episode, 4 and 5 to really explain. So if you don't set that up, episode 6 and 7 will not work. Because you don't understand the concept of the dreamers, you don't understand the concept of the nightmares, okay? And you watch 6 and 7 and go like, huh? Why did this happen? Or they're like, oh, and then it just doesn't feel like you will not get that that revelation, like, holy shit, so this is how it works. Okay, yeah? Yeah. This is really close in pacing to early Heisei. I love the early Heisei pacing, and I think it's kind of like lacking. Exactly, yeah. In a lot of recent shows.
Necessarily move the plot along, and even then, the core arc ended with Tetsuya and Natsuko finding Baku's headquarters.
So to say, 6 and 7 didn't move the plot. I'm sorry, the plot has been moving all this while.
And moving the paranormal affairs division.
Okay, like I say, world building and plot is two separate things. He's missing the point. He doesn't get the world building part here.
4 forms of Zets being tied to the 4 tenets of the world and how he wants to break it down. Heck, even after episodes 5, 6 and 7 reveal Nem's truth, 8 and 9 reveal Tetsuya has personal ties to the Black Cases, and Nox going after recovery. 10 and 11 have the capsule explanation and reviving Nox's driver. 12 and 13 have Minami finding about Code, who's been around since Baku was born.
Yeah. Okay, do you realize he's literally giving you bits and pieces of the whole show? He's not giving you like, oh, we are resolving every plot, every episode. Yeah.
Nox's history of the nightmares, the capsules being powered by the nightmares, Baku losing his capsules having to rely on gravity. 14 and 15 have Inazuma alongside Baku and Nox being teacher and a student. Nox's real life location, and 16 already has a new antagonist Nox is working for alongside Zero's initial demise. So clearly a lot has been going on.
A lot has been going on, but it's just not as, they don't resolve each plot immediately.
I've seen people hate on the characters and call them boring and plain, but to be honest, I don't agree. Apparently people hate Baku.
Wait, is he done with the whole plot discussion point? A lot of things is happening, I agree. But he doesn't seem to understand that, it's like drinking a can of cola is what you get from Gavu and what you get from, you get, like, if you drink a can of cola, you get from Gavu and, Geats, okay? That sort of feeling like you just finish a kind of so like I feel good yeah. Zatsu is fine dining. They give you piece by piece and you slowly enjoy the whole thing. But you know, rather than fine dining giving you food that is not enough, and then you know after you finish eating a fine dining food, you go out and eat McDonald's so you feel full. Alright, I found that when it comes to Zatsu, they're giving you the full course meal that will make sure that you're fully bloated at the end of the day, but they're giving you bit by bit. They're slow feeding you the things. And I think people just can't take that. Yes, yeah. Or people with no attention span can't take that, yeah.
And find him bland, but I don't necessarily understand where that take come from. Like, Baku is this mix of Hotaro and Ace, and that on the surface, he's a normal guy who's more empathetic than the average person, like the former, but he views himself as this more experienced, suave guy, and his battles and arc in the show is about him putting his knowledge to see if he can put that into practice.
Okay, I feel like people don't relate with Baku, okay? Because Baku is not a character that is like, I'm the bestest in the world, right? Like, if you look at Gavu, right? I mean, he's explaining he don't understand why people don't get the hate. So let me explain it probably in a way that I feel why people don't like Baku, okay, yeah? So Baku is a really cool character. But the question is, can you pinpoint what's the best part about Baku? No one can. Not at this stage, at least. Alright? Why is Geats a cool character? Because he's cool. Why is Shoma a cool character, yeah? Because he is cute and he does sacrifice himself. Whereas Baku feels like Baku is a layered cake, okay? There's so many layers to Baku that you really need to delve in, and even now we don't really understand Baku fully. So I think it's very unfair to shit on Baku. I know he's not showing his true colors right at the start. Unlike Ace and okay. Unlike Ace and Shoma, okay? Baku is a character. Okay, let's put it this way. When you watch Ace, okay, or watch Geats, you know that Ace is a lone wolf, alright, and he will slowly gather friends. It's kind of like an arc that you can see developing very early at the start. Alright, when you look at Shoma, you already know that he's going to have to deal with his family. Shoma has to deal with discrimination. It's already like out there. You know what he's going to face, and you know how he's going to go. You won't know how he's going to go through it, but you know how his character development will hit its peak, if you get what I mean, yeah. Whereas when it comes to Zatsu, until now I have no idea what direction Baku will go. You realize that, yeah? None of us know the reason what Baku's character development will be like, yeah. Okay? Like, yes, we know he's becoming more mature. He's seeing things from a different point of view. He's becoming less naive. But where's he going? And you see this sense of, so where does he fit? He doesn't fit into your stereotypical character. And I think most people don't have the brain cells to process the awesomeness of Baku. If I put it that way, yeah.
Like Hotaro, the antagonists are obstacles for Hotaro's resolve to test him, but like Ace, it's the journey of the people who he's helping, molding him into a better hero, aka the spy hero he wants to be. Heck, like Shoma, he's got ties to the villains, but like Hotaro, his memories of some of the back.
He got ties to the villains. Let me say this, okay, Nia? Every rider has ties to the villains, because that's the concept of riders. Like, riders will use the villain's power to fight back against the villains. That has always been the core of Rider. Please. Oh no.
That tied him into the villains, and the lore was erased from his mind, which actually makes it more interesting to see what would happen if he finds out about the truth. And then there's Nox. Having a secondary rider start out as an antagonist who essentially serves as the heavy for the first arc, only to reveal that he's basically an enforcer for the nightmares to the lady, but also making his actions both understandable yet somewhat sympathetic in that he was a fallen hero who's betrayed by code, but doesn't necessarily hate the protagonist, or Minami initially, but it doesn't exclude his hypocrisy of using people's nightmares that can cause people their lives, as well as working with someone who wants to cause nightmares to emerge, especially since he's not only using the nightmares, including the one who also tormented them, but also Nem, which makes me interested to see where he goes from here. Nem is actually great. I love how the show frames her as this well-meaning...
Hey, I actually can't agree with whatever he say about Nox so far. I agree with that.
Person who wants to help out people in their dreams, which is also good foreshadowing to recognize exactly who the nightmares are being spawned from. But when we get her backstory, not only does it put her situation in a more sad light, she also gets a lot more agency by actually choosing to get involved in a plot and trying to help out Baku on his missions more. And despite Nox's actions, even she doesn't want him to suffer. As for me,
I find that when you're talking about Nemu that way, I feel he's missing the point of Nemu. Like, yes, Nemu has a sad backstory and all, but he needs to understand that Nemu is the driving force for the plot. Yes, yeah. If we are talking about, what is the what's the plot all about right now, it's actually revolving around Nemu. And he doesn't seem to explain that Nemu is the center of everything. Okay, you can tell the lady has some things that she wants with Nemu. Alright? Nox wants to protect Nemu. Okay? That's why they're like saying, oh, it's a huge risk to even put Nemu at risk in the recent episode, the wolf episode. Okay? And then, Baku is head over heels for Nemu. Alright? The sister also know who Nemu is. Okay, yeah? So, I find Nemu is a huge center point, and a lot of people kind of forget that. Right? Like, she's like this, yay, side, cheery mascot character, but Nemu is the core of the whole story right now. Right? Like, the biggest mystery is not Baku's history. The biggest mystery is what the heck is happening in Nemu. If we know what the heck is happening in Nemu, we actually know Baku's history. We know Nox, okay, see, if we understand the whole plot for Nemu, we understand Nox's history, we understand Nox's motivation, we understand what the heck the lady wants here, we understand what Code is, because Code and Nemu is definitely linked. Okay, yeah? Yeah, the whole overarching mission for Hero Sword is find Nemu after all. Exactly. And people keep on missing the point that find Nemu is important. Yes, yeah.
I mean, she's kind of basic, and one of the problems I was...
Minami is kind of basic. Let's hear.
She wasn't being used all that much, but they have been putting more concerns about her brother's safety alongside the fact that now she knows who Zero is. So now that she's technically part of the team, I'm looking forward to see how the show uses her more.
Okay, the reason why I think Minami is a good character from previously until now is every character needs a supporting cast. Okay? And Nemu is not a supporting character. Does that make sense here? When you're looking at something like Gavu, the supporting character is very, very clearly Sachika. And in Geats, your supporting character is very, very clearly the girl who wears black and white. And it's really pretty. Oh my god, I forgot her name. And even in Gotchat, okay, you can tell that the supporting character, alright, is definitely Majid. Okay? So you can tell, like, most characters need a supporting character, be it a guy or a girl. Alright, let's give you another example of a good supporting character, alright? A supporting character doesn't always have to be female, alright? Sorata is the main character, but the supporting is Kosei. And then Sorata came into Kosei. I mean, okay, that's for me to think and for you to find out. Anyways, you get what I mean? Like, you don't always need to have you need a supporting character to support the main character. Alright? And in Zatsu, his only supporting character is the sister. The sister may not be so deeply involved in the plot. But think of it, every time he needs to go anywhere, who is the one who gives him access? The sister. Alright? Who is the one who, brought him the agency to find out more about Nemu? Who is the one who is always fixing all his shit in real life? It's always Minami. You realize that Minami, yes, we have not seen her character development yet, because let's be honest, we didn't see Sashika's character development until late in the series also. It's normal, okay, Nia? For supporting characters only get their development a lot later, Nia. But I feel like Minami is a perfect character to keep, Baku in check. And to keep Baku working. Right, Nia? She's like the CPU of Baku. You understand? A computer without CPU doesn't work. You can have the best GPU in the world, but if you don't have a CPU, it doesn't work, okay? And Minami is a CPU. But everybody's always like, oh no, we are down on GPUs. We need the best GPU. We need RTX, blah, blah, blah. No one talks about the CPU. But without the CPU, the GPU is useless. Understand? Okay. I'm making a lot of weird references now. Okay.
Especially with her agency. Tetsuya is genuinely great. I love how they play the balance of the whole paranoid guy whose quirks actually make him a good detective. Since he kind of accepts the supernatural, and he's a really great when it comes to jokes, given how serious he takes everything. Because
he's a comic relief who is too serious. Yes.
He really feels like a secondary writer in another show. But the review...
He feels like a secondary writer in another show because you have not watched Kuga. You have not watched Agito. I'm sorry. Not everybody has to be a writer. Can y'all like wrap your head around it? Yeah, I'm talking about the more recent fans. Have you not seen the days, all right, where you have policemen who can't henshin, but they're doing their very best to keep everything together? That's it.
I feel that part of his acceptance towards the black cases stems from the fact that he worked with Nox back when he was a human. Spending the second half of Arc 1 in conflict regarding his... He's
the reason why, you know, we like characters who are not riders. He doesn't have to be a rider, Nia. Okay? To be awesome. I like him because he's not a rider at the moment. And he's doing his best even though he's not a rider, Nia. He's going... Okay, think about it. He's solving black cases. Or he's trying his best to solve black cases. He's supporting Baku in every other way, Nia. Other than being a rider. He can't fight.
His talks on his former and current allies was generally compelling to watch. Nasuka has potential, but I feel like the show is just underusing her.
Nasuka has potential, but the show is underusing her because it's not her time to shine yet. Okay, I suspect that this video was before the recent episode where she was involved in a dream. But I feel like Nasuka is a character who has changed a lot. If you realize how Nasuka is our, you know, is our, tester or like, you know, environment checker. Okay, so Nasuka is the most normal person. And obviously at the start when you're talking about all the, you know, black cases and all, she doesn't believe it. Remember? She does not believe in all the black cases here. But as time goes, she starts to believe in the black cases and the nightmares. And that is literally how the world sees it. Like, she's that medium point of, you know, our litmus test of, does the world understand nightmares yet? She is our litmus test. She is our meter of how much the world understands nightmares. Because we always watch things from Baku's point of view, and the problem with watching Baku's point of view is we sort of understand nightmares. But what about the general people? Nasuka is our gauge of a general person's understanding of how much a nightmare is. So she plays a very important role. Yes, they are not exciting roles. They are not like, you know, oh, one huge character arc yet, yeah. But they have played a lot of roles to, like, you know, make sure that everybody's kept on pace. Yeah, I've never watched X-Files, by the way, so.
Now, if she's supposed to be the most normal out of the allies, I can understand what they're going for. But the problem is she just isn't getting that much to do outside being the only sane woman who can kick really, really well.
Besides, the only sane woman who can kick really well is because she's a sane woman. That's why she's keeping the plot together and keeping the plot realistic. You know what happens when you don't keep the plot realistic? You get gotcha. Where suddenly alchemy works as alchemy is magic. Okay, Nia? In gotcha, alchemy becomes magic because there's nobody to moderate the concept of the alchemy at that point of time. Yeah? Imagine you have a normal person or like Hotaro's friend being the, wait, you can do that in alchemy? Holy shit, alchemy can do that as well? Wait, so what the heck is alchemy? You know, he will question, what the heck is alchemy? Why can you make things fly? Why can you merge things? And why can you turn things gold? Are they all magic? You know, if Hotaro's friend was more involved, he will probably start questioning everything about, you know, alchemy. And that would have fixed the world building here. Okay?
I said that has slowly gotten better since we are getting...
What equivalent exchange? There's no equivalent exchange in Gotcha. Okay, you can spew fire out of nowhere. Remember? Yes, yeah. It's literally magic. Okay, you create things out of nothing. Literally, that is Gotcha. Okay. Like imagine. Okay, let me give you an example of equivalent exchange. Imagine every time Hotaro transforms, he loses his lifespan. That's equivalent exchange. every time he henshins, he loses his life. Yes, yeah. And towards the end, the final boss, he knows that, holy shit, if we're going to transform one more time, I may not live to see tomorrow. But I need to save the world. If you want to talk about equivalent exchange, let me give you an example of equivalent exchange that actually works. Revise. I know some of y'all will be like, revise plot is not good. Revise plot is what? But do you remember revise plot? One of the biggest equivalent exchange that he has is his memories. He could not remember Vice. He was little exchanges. Every time he transforms, he loses memories of his family or of Vice. Realize that, yeah? He started to forget who he is. Because that was equivalent exchange. You see what I mean here? Like, he got, oh, you're my sister, you're my father and all. Yeah. Up until the end, Vice sacrificed himself to give him back his normal memories, but he will forget Vice in exchange. Because that is equivalent exchange here. Gotcha did not have that. So tell me what the heck alchemy is here. You see what I mean? So this kind of world building that, which is why I think Gotcha is brilliant because of memories and the equivalent exchange. Yes, it's flooded too much with P Bandai. Okay, yeah? I think P Bandai was the biggest thing that spoiled revised Nia. But the core essence of, he's losing his memories to fight for people. And remember, he went all out and said, it doesn't matter. So long I protect them, I lose my memories, it's fine. That was Iki's take on things, if you remember Nia. And that's why I think Iki is a great character in his own right. Hotaru? Oh no, the whole world turns into gold for a while. Oh no, I can continue moving because I'm Hotaru. Okay, there you go.
A little bit more shade stir. But I think for now, we need to learn more about what caused her to get moved to the paranormal district, since we can clearly tell if she's talented, and I want to see her ride that bike.
You want to see her ride that bike? You want her to transform? I think she should transform. Okay, but
or any bike, maybe potential future rider.
Yeah.
As for the victims of the week, they've all either made them complex or have their nightmares be sympathetic enough. Turning one of the allies' nightmares into the major threat of the first episodes helps make Baku take things more seriously. Was a really ingenious move. Crow's nightmare was a really good foreshadow twist when you recognize that Nem was the wedding planner for the victim the whole time. Prison and Poison's twist had some unique gimmicks. Mold had probably one of the better fights with the short scale. Meteor had such a crazy scale, and it was nice to have Nightmare bring the writers on the same side technically. The only problem with the Nightmares is that compared to the Malcolms and the Granudes, the victims are much less active in their plotline.
The victims are much more active in the plotline because you don't need the victims to be active here. That was the first thing they messed with us. When we were watching the one with the bride, remember my question is, holy shit, I was focusing so much on the bride, I actually lost track of where the plot was going. And then after that, they actually focused on the plot rather than focusing on the bride here. I don't mind that. Okay, someone really points this out. Why are people so obsessed with cast transformation to have relevancy? Exactly. And not all side characters need to be important. Not every plot needs to involve a very strong side character. I feel like they're so used to the formula that when the formula is flipped up and goes more towards what we had in the early Heisei, the current gen don't seem to understand and they don't appreciate the show.
But the nightmares are their manifestation, so it kind of works. So if I don't hate the characters, then what's the problem? Well, on the channel, I've talked about how Beyblade characters tend to get undermined because the story doesn't give them a chance to shine or do anything. But I feel like a fair comparison would be Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns and how it's handled its cast of characters. Because that's its problem, is that similar to Reigns, the characters are not allowed to be on the same page because of the mechanics of the world and how everything operates.
The characters are not allowed to be on the same page. And it's because the characters are not allowed to be on the same page that we actually see the whole world as it is. They're building the world, they're building the whole concept.
Baku can interact in both the dream and human worlds, but Nem can only speak to him or Nox in the dream world, and she can't interact with Tetsuya or Nasuka or Minami.
Exactly. Because Nemo cannot interact with the rest, that's why Nasuka is our best bet on understanding what the real world is. Yes, I already said, she is our litmus test on what the normal people should understand. Okay?
And originally,
Yes,
like
yeah.
Even the human characters felt like they were being a step away from each other. But thankfully, Tetsuya and Baku decided to work together. But because the nightmares can only affect aspects of reality.
Thankfully, they decided to work together. Yeah. If you have watched enough older Rider series, you know that they will have worked together.
Unless they reach the door.
Police and
the
Rider.
detectives can really only help Baku figure out the mystery, but can't get involved in physically stopping the threat themselves.
They cannot. They are helping the mystery. It's exactly what the early Riders is. A lot of the police force are trying to get involved, but they cannot help. They cannot defeat the enemies. Yeah, they still have to depend on Kuga or Agito to finish off the job. Yeah.
Though at least the fights can at least help them lead a trail. The cast isn't the problem, but for now they were just too connected in the beginning. And while that's getting better, with Nem being the only hero that can't talk to the other heroes besides Baku, there's a lost potential dynamics unless they end up making a plot point of them.
I don't think there's a lost potential dynamics here, because I think the dynamics is great as it is, because he doesn't seem to understand that he's seeing Nemu as a very important cast character here. But you cannot see Nemu as a character. You need to see Nemu as the plot point. Like, Nemu is the plot point, not the character that we should be looking at. Yeah.
Being interact with people in reality somehow, or those in dreams if it's lucid. Granted, the show has been building up to the heroes having to work together, but when someone has asked how come some people would like Gachard, heck, Geets and Gav 2 more in its first quarter, I can actually see why. How I said earlier, it was a huge cast of characters, so even though it was 2 episodes, there was always a lot more going on. Well, Double kind of avoids that problem because the characters always keep the plot engaging while also having to deal with so many people trying to unravel the mystery. Where with Zets, we need time with Baku separately with Nem, the detectives, his sister, and Code. So the pacing can feel...
Not every side character needs to be fleshed out. I keep on saying that, yeah. Because when you have too many side characters that need to be fleshed out, you end up in a show where you get characters that feel way too left out. You get people like, what was his name again, yeah? Suga from Geets, from Gavu. You get Suga from Gavu, Kamen Rider Big. When everybody is too important, you end up having the issue of you need 100 episodes. Yes, yeah. So they are definitely working within the 50 episode limit the way they're handling the story so far, yeah, as far as I see.
Slow if you don't notice it, or if you do notice.
And when you try to make everybody too important, you end up with Saber as well. Exactly.
And it bugs you.
Yes, yeah.
But with Geets, as much as I joke about that season being hype and aura, there were some generally fun conversations and moments where the heroes had to work together and not only connect better, but also like come up with strategies.
Alright, the only reason why they are working together and coming up with strategies and people enjoying it is because all of them are riders. You're in a situation, he's not used to a show where there's only one hero. Yes,
especially since I have to deal with the other 3 riders who can get eliminated, alongside Samuri and Giore, with Glare, plus the new season, allowing different riders, with the chaos that was a labyrinth art, especially since everyone has their own wish and desires that they're seeking for. For Gotchard, because the main cast and the supporting cast were all like aligned with each other outside of the villains, we ended up with the characters being able to bounce off each other more.
Characters bouncing off each other? Gotcha, characters bouncing off each other? That's not exist, okay, Nia?
Has a repertoire.
Okay, if he's happy with the characters bouncing off each other in Gotcha, Nia, means his idea of watching shows is really shallow. Because Gotcha has no depth to their characters at all. It's very, very shallow interactions, Nia.
Rene, Sabi, Renge, Spanner, his mom, Minato. Rene has banter with everyone, but Sabi more consistently until later. Renge had it with everyone but Spanner, and even she resorted at him. Spanner with everyone, since almost none of them tolerate him at best, and just respect him for his skills alone.
Respect him for his skills alone when he has no skills. He's just like Ultraman Zophie. Everybody respects him because he's Big Bro, but when Big Bro comes to the shop, he doesn't get work done. He dies. And Hotaro saves his ass. Because Hotaro is the second coming of Jesus Yamato.
Minato, because he's the most reasonable authority figure in the group. And each of the siblings are rivals to the main trio, with Hotaro with Kloto, Rene and Anthropos, and Lacus and Spanner. But you also have the Kemis, and you have the victims of the week.
Kemis? Huh? There are Kemis? I thought there are only 2 Kemis. Steamliner and Hopper. Do the rest even exist?
Or with the villain to become amalgams. So you always have the cast chemistry, and every episode was different in how the story was going to be using them. For Gav, you had Choma genuinely trying to find a place where he could find a home with the dynamics of the characters of the week, which he made a lot more compelling since a lot of them were pretty sympathetic from what he met, but he couldn't stay with them. Plus, he tried keeping a secret from...
Okay, the difference with Gavel is like Omega, okay, yeah? He's literally a foreigner in this world. Does that make sense? Yeah, he's a foreigner in the human world. So he's still learning things. That's why everything's relatable, because he's a foreigner in a human world, yeah. Omega is also the same thing. He finds everything relatable and he can learn from, because he's a foreigner in the world and he's seeing it from a different point of view, yeah.
Hanzo and Sachika, which had all the tension since you knew that he wanted to tell them, but he also wanted to keep them safe. With Hanzo and him also trying to see eye to eye in both their rider forms and their human forms eventually, plus the stomach showing cracks in their family, with the twins going completely nuclear for revenge. All 3 seasons had a lot of moving parts towards it, even if those plots didn't seem like a super engaging, because even characters, no matter how interesting or simple they are, can be fun when you bring them all together. And when
I don't catch his point. I'm so sorry, I didn't catch his point then, yeah. Especially the way he described the shows, okay? I think it's completely missing the point on a lot of things, like how not every character has to transform, yeah. He's making it as though like every character needs to transform to get some level of importance, yeah. He has, I don't know, a lot of things are missing. Yeah.
When the cast was so separate from one another like Zets was early on, you don't get that much character mixing, which the show would definitely...
You don't need character mixing to have good characters, okay, yeah? Every character is fighting their own story. Every character is fighting their own mystery. Everybody is trying to link up with everybody, yeah. It's a different way of writing, and I feel it's like comparing apples to oranges. Exactly, yeah, like, it's really comparing apples to oranges at this stage, yeah, because it's 2 very different storytelling. It's like you cannot take a Marvel movie and compare it with a DC movie. You see what I mean? Like if you take Marvel and DC and you compare, holy shit! Alright? They say Marvel is more action-packed, but DC have better plot. Okay? They're apples and oranges here. There's a reason why some people prefer DC and some people prefer Marvel. But I prefer Kamen Rider and Garo. You know who will struggle as well? Yeah? I think he'll be one of the people who watch Garo and say it's boring. My opinion. I might be wrong, but he might be one of the people who watch Garo and say, oh, there's only one character. Okay, there's only Koga. They didn't explore the horror people properly. Yeah? The horror people should have been more involved in the story. Heck, we don't even know the names of some of the people who turn into horrors. Okay, Nia? Actually, we don't know most of them.
Starts to improve upon, and I think it's very intentional that they did this, but it looks like something they are intentionally planning to improve upon even more with Arc 2, given the possibility that the nightmares becoming stronger to affect reality might mean that we might see more blending of both the real and the fictional world.
You don't need to blend both worlds to get everything linked together, Nia. It's the reason that both worlds are separated. That's why the plot is good.
As for what's dream and real life, because apparently some people have been confused on that, the only thing that really bugs me is that I can't exactly tell how the heck does Code's headquarters fit inside of Baku's closet. But I feel like that's something even the show has been like, yeah, we'll get to that later.
It's called Don't Think Too Much. Yeah, I can't agree with that.
I have some issues with Zets, and while I haven't had as much fun with it as I did with Geet, Scotchen, and Gab, it's been pretty interesting to watch and analyze, and I just hope that the characters get more fleshed out now that they're going to start bouncing off each other a lot more. Maybe I should make a video on how the 3Gs are the best trilogy in Rider, or how it's not that really hard to like all 3 of them. But that's really all I have to say on the matter. And check out my Shonen Jump video. I want to get that to 400 subscribers.
Okay. I personally feel like he has a lot of good points here and there, but I feel like he's also missing out a lot of points. Like, I feel he makes his own good points, and maybe I don't see it the way he sees it, yeah? Though I think the biggest issue is because he sees it from a shonen, he sees it from a shonen point of view. If you get what I mean, yeah. I Like, he's literally the kind of shonen watcher that the moment the plot goes slow, he cannot accept. Yes, yeah. And there's nothing wrong. I think it's preferences, yeah. But he's glossing over so many points that he doesn't seem to pick up. He's a very surface level watcher, yeah. If you get what I mean. It's the same reason why I feel like, you know, a lot of people like Hero Academia. And the biggest reason I dropped Hero Academia is Hero Academia has very little depth added to their characters for way too long. And in fact, it came to a point where, you know, it's just about how each character gets a power up over the course of 6 episodes. Rather than actually going into plot. And they were doing that for way too long. And that's the reason why I dropped Hero Academia. However, people say, oh, that is peak. No, that's not peak. If you're going to tell me a shonen show with peak storytelling, okay, yeah? Shonen show with peak storytelling, I would say Demon Slayer. Honestly, Demon Slayer has way better storytelling, yeah, because they are keeping a plot moving, they are keeping mysteries, and the characters are also getting power-ups. But the power-ups are not like, you know, ridiculous new form power-up, which they do in Hero Academia all the time, yeah. Hey, it's okay, when we watch a show, it's about how Tanjiro gets through a problem and not how Tanjiro gets the next power. You see, the expectations is different. Yes, yeah. But yeah, overall, do I agree with this guy on what he says? A bit. But I think he may have brought up some points that, you know, oh, the characters feel like they're not interacting enough and all, yeah. But he seems to be missing the point that, okay, I think he's a good example of, okay, let's put it this way. I think if I'm going to summarize, it's like he's giving us the point of view of why do people complain about Zatsu and saying Zatsu is not hype? And the reason for that is because most people don't see 3 or 4 layers deeper into the show. Most of the people just turn off their brains. Zatsu is not a show where you turn off your brains. Zatsu is a show where you... Okay, if let's say I have time, alright, let's put this one here. If I got a lot of time, I got a video editor, which I do not have. I'm my own video editor here. If I have a video editor, let me tell you what I would love to do. Every 2 to 3 weeks, I would like to do a whole, you know, video about, oh, speculation about the plot. Have you watched like those Pokemon lore videos? They go and say, oh, the Pokemon lore is like this, it's like this. From this, we infer that it's going to be this. From that, we infer it's going to be this. And from this, we're going to infer it's going to be that. Yeah. Like, they can link up, like, you know, a whole tree and conspiracy theory. And I could definitely link up a conspiracy theory with Zatsu, yeah. And actually put in the whole video. But editing a conspiracy theory properly, alright, with all the visuals, with all the link backs and all, I don't have the capacity to edit the sort of video. Yeah. Okay, but I cannot do that kind of things with shows like Gavu. Like, yes, we can come up with conspiracy theories and all, but the thing is, Gavu, we already know most of the conspiracy theories. It's a matter of when it clashes or when the truth is revealed. You see where I'm coming from here? It's a matter of when the truth is revealed, when the character clashes, when the battle happens. Okay? The amount of conspiracy theory would probably be like, who the heck is Hanti Shoma's brother? Remember, that was probably the only discussion, like, was Hanti Shoma's brother? Alright? What are the politics in the Granite World? Okay? You see, it's literally like, we are discussing one theory. We're discussing one theory. Whereas Zatsu, we are literally putting a conspiracy board. Does that make sense here? Does that make sense here? Yeah. And I think that is... Alright. Like, a mystery in Gavu would take 1 episode to explain. Okay? A mystery in Omega takes 1 episode to explain. Remember when we know Omega's past, suddenly, oh shit, everything was like that all the while, yeah. In Zatsu, they are taking 12 episodes and then give us with 1 final key at the end and we go like, Oh shit! Oh shit! You see the difference here? They give us 12 episodes of information and then one final key at the end that links everything up. That is what Zatsu is doing here. And I think you need a lot of brains and a lot of brain cells and a lot of thinking, deep thoughts to really understand Zatsu to the best of his ability here. Okay, so with that, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. Okay, so this reaction is once again a shout out to Bizarre Interest Productions here. It's an interesting video. It actually brings me a lot of talking points, a lot of plot points that I wouldn't have, naturally spoke about directly. In fact, yeah. So I gotta say, it was a good video. I really do enjoy the video. I will be giving you all the link to this video as well for those who are watching it on my VOD YouTube channel here. I will leave the video link in the description here. So remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one here. Nya nya. Guys, all right. If anybody says I'm stealing content, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out this way. If anybody says I'm stealing content, I'm gonna explain my stealing content in one very simple way. Okay, I reacted to this guy's video for how long? Today is 23rd, right? Yeah. This guy's video is 15 minutes. I spent 1 hour reacting. Yes, yeah. No, I say that is because it's my this is my I was recording a video. Yes, yeah, I was recording a video. So this was Zatsu divisive reaction. Yep, I recorded a whole video, so you'll see me put this video up shortly. Hey, one thing is, if I'm going to do any of these videos, okay, I will wait for at least 10 days before I post, or at least I wait for 1 week before I post the reaction here. This was done 13 days ago, so you need to understand he didn't watch the last 2 episodes since then, yeah. So maybe cut him some slack. But what I mean is, in general, if I'm going to react to any videos, unless it's AI slot or from official channels here, I will always wait for at least 1 week to 10 days before I start posting, because I want the original viewer to have the views first before I give my own before I put out the reaction, because I think it's not fair if I just cut them in like that. Yeah. Okay, let's react to one more video. I think today we won't do the AI one because I think we are out of time. Okay, genuinely we are going to be out of time, so I'll react to one more video. We'll do the AI one another day. Yes, yeah. Because yeah, the AI will. I'm probably going to ramble for a lot longer here, and I do want to watch my Ants Canada. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ants love 5 ever, even though there are no ants most of the time these days. Yes, yeah. Okay. Don't worry, it's on the playlist, so we can react to them next round. Okay, yeah. So next video.
Geets is a merry.
Okay, this one is going to be interesting. So let's go. Alright, see ya, Aaron Kelly. We have all the Caturteer photo and dreams in here. And thanks so much for joining. Nya nya. And so stay safe while touching grass. Okay. So next recording, let's go. Yes, everyone! Kochi Caturteer in the house here, and welcome to the Tokusatsu channel then, yeah! So today I will be reacting to Kiryu's Way's video on why Kamen Rider Kabuto works and Geats doesn't. So I personally love Kabuto more than Geats. So I do want to see where is his stamp on it. For clear reference, I've not watched this video, so this is my first time reacting to it. And for those who want to check out this video for yourself, I will leave the video in the link in the description. Please go give him a sub. Alright, please go give him a love. He definitely could use more love and more views. Yes, yeah. Alright, but I do not know what the video is about in total, but the title caught my attention. So let's react to it, since I watched both shows and I love Kabuto. Let's go.
Kabuto is a Geats is a Marisu. Kabuto is a Marisu.
Geats is a Marisu, Kabuto is a Marisu? I won't deny.
Yet there's one thing that separates them. Kabuto, Tendo Soji, is a well-written character.
Overall, I think, yes, Tendo is a well-written character. While the overall plot for Kabuto was a little haphazard at the end because of production reasons, okay? Overall, I think Kabuto is still a very well-written character here. Yeah, Henshin.
What is a Marisu? A Marisu is a character archetype, usually female, that lacks any flaws. Their character is written...
Do you know what's a Marisu? Godzilla Wolf.
in a way so
Ultraman Zero.
that the audience is supposed to fall in love with the character, but usually have the opposite effect.
Yeah, it has a lot of opposite effect. That's why I don't like Godzilla Wolf or Zero. Okay, anyways.
Now let's look at the characters we'll be talking about, starting with Ace. Ace is the main rider of his series, Kamen Rider Geats. He's the snarky type who teases his opponents with his skill to make them improve, because apparently he secretly cares about them but pushes people away due to...
Hey, so because he cares about them and pushes people away, basically is a lone wolf. I feel like in this aspect, well, we'll see what he say first, yeah. Yeah.
To him playing the games to save his mother from captivity, which he has been doing for like 2,000 years. Tendo is the main rider of Kamen Rider Kabuto. He's the man who walks the path of heaven. A man who seems arrogant but backs up his trash talk with his skills. Anything he does, he's the greatest at. Cooking, fighting, anything. So why do I think Tendo is a better character than Ace? We first need to understand what a flat character is.
Okay, what a flat character is. Godzilla Wolf. Anyways, let's carry on.
I'm using K.M. Welland's book, Creating Character Arcs, as a basis.
Yes, yeah.
There are three types of character arcs described in her book. A positive character arc where a character changes for the better, a negative character arc where a character changes for the worse, and lastly, the flat character arc, where the character doesn't change.
Okay, I feel like he's missing the point, but I'll say what I'll say first, okay, yeah? Then you'll see if I miss the point or not. I feel that when it comes to Geats, Geats' character is not the selling point of the show. A selling point of the show for Geats is the everybody around him. Remember, at the end of the show, Geats is a god, and because of his existence, everybody go through character arcs here. Another example of a show that handles it this way is Dawn Brothers. While, you know, Don Momotaro doesn't have a good character arc, everyone around him goes through a character arc here. But because Don Momotaro is the constant and drives everybody to improve, that's why the plot moves, and that's why people have character development here. So I feel that he may have looked at Geats as, yes, Geats is a flat character, I agree. But because Geats is a flat character, that's why the rest of the characters have a chance to shine. But let's not add the but then, yeah. I feel not all of the characters that were supposed to shine shone very well. For example, I think Punk Jack could have been done better. And what's his name? Punk Jack could have been done a lot better, yeah. Zombie Boy could have been done better. He's not bad already, but he could have been done better, yeah. And Neon, Cameron Nago could have been done a lot better. So the problem with Nago, I think, was Nago disappeared for too long on the spotlight, and then she came back and just closed up the story up, but they didn't amount to much here. So I think for that part is more of, I feel the concept of Geats is there to make everyone change. He is the constant that makes everyone change, or he's the situation that makes everyone change. Yeah, that's why I think Geats is a great character in his own right. and he changes people around him, but it doesn't mean he has to change. You see what I mean? Yeah, like you don't have to be the character with the change to make the change. Okay, I think another consistent one is Kuga actually. I think now if we go back to discuss Kuga, yeah, Kuga has a very bad character arc. Think about it. Can everybody just... yes, we do see Kuga grow physically. Okay? We see Kuga grow... physically and power-wise. But Kuga never grows as a character. Do you realize that here? Kuga has never grown as a character. He's the same person from the time he donned his belt till the end of the show. Everyone noticed that about Kuga? Yeah. He is not Marisu. Okay? Hear me out. He's not Marisu because he was weak. But he was strong not because of personality. He was strong because he just keep on powering up. Okay, yeah? In fact, okay, everyone around him grows so much because of his personality. For everyone, the police force, all the side characters, they all grow because they're like, holy shit. Thumbs up. Yeah, the guy got no change, but people around changed so much. He changed people by not changing. You realize that, yeah? He changed people by not changing. Hey, while Gates have a mystery behind him with his mother and all, he changed people by not changing. Does that make sense, yeah? Yeah.
Instead, the flat character changes the world around them, and
yeah, the chat character changes the world around them.
The
yeah.
people around them. In
okay, he did mention that. Okay.
Character arc, a character would start believing in a lie and eventually will reach their truth.
Okay.
Here's an example. Hajime from Kamen Rider Blade. Hajime believes that due to him being an undead, he's unable to love the people around him. That's the lie he believes. But throughout the story, Hajime learns that yes, he is able to love the ones closest to him. That despite being an undead, he is still able to find humanity in himself. That's his truth. But unlike a positive character, the flat character already has the truth in his hands. But it's how they use that truth to change a world full of...
Not every character needs a truth. Hear me out. Not every character needs a truth, yeah.
Lies. Here's an example of another character in Rider. Gentaro from Kamen Rider Forze. He changes the world, or should I say school,
oh yeah, actually Gentaro is a good example.
Grow as a character.
Actually he got it right.
Because he helps other side characters to grow.
Oh.
Gentaro has the truth.
Yes, Gentaro doesn't change from start to finish and he's helped the side characters to grow. True. Okay. I'm on board with him. I'm on board with what he said, yeah.
The lie his friends are burdened with. So we come back to Ace and Tendo on why I think, despite their similarities on a superficial level, how one succeeds over the other. And I think the best example is how each of them treats their respective secondary riders, Kewa and Kagami.
The way Tendo treats Kagami at first may seem very antagonistic, but as the show goes on, you see that Tendo actually cares for him. He just shows it in his own weird way. Kagami needs to understand Tendo as a person first to get it. And even then, because it's so unusual for Tendo to care about anyone outside his family, he sometimes tries to pull away from Kagami. But by that point, their relationship had evolved and it wasn't as easy to do.
Yeah. Okay, I actually agree with him. He makes a very good point here, yeah. Like, the relationship between them works so well because they're literally, they love each other. Okay.
Here's the best example. After a fight, Tendo asks Kagami to come to his house to eat with him. It seemed really weird at first, but since we know that making food for others is how Tendo shows affection, it shows how important Kagami is in his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's
okay, that was a very good one. Yeah. So, yes, he did bring up upon that Tendo shows his love by cooking. And that's something that is a huge highlight for Tendo. Yep, I agree. Yes, yeah.
Relationship. Right from episode 2, Ace uses Keiwa's naivety to his advantage. Sure, he gives Keiwa a motivation to save his sister in episode 8, but then in the previous episode, he sacrifices him, or like nearly sacrifices him for the ninja buckle. And when Keiwa is grieving his sister's death, Ace does nothing. He just says he trusts Tycoon, even though the last time Keiwa crashed out, it was literally about his sister being in danger.
I actually agree with him. I actually agree with him. Yes, yeah, like the whole ninja buckle, he literally threw Tycoon under the bus, right, to get his own goals. But I feel like the reason why he did that is because Geats also has his own motivation. Like y'all know, his motivation is to save his his mom. Okay, yeah. So that was his motivation from the very start. He wants to help the people around him, but he wants to save his mom. In fact, he has no idea of godhood, or he never had godhood in his mind until his mom's situation was resolved. So there's like two sides of Geats that we also need to remember, that he wants to save his mom, but he only knows the full truth and decides to become the god after he knows what is going on. Does that make sense? Yeah, so his motivation did change towards the end.
Ace should know better. Then after resetting the world, the only thing Ace can say to Keiwa is to forgive the person who killed his sister.
I agree. I'm sorry. I agree with this part. I agree with this part. Yeah, I agree with this part. Yeah.
The sin.
Because he has, you need to remember that he's, okay, the mentality, he got this one really right. Okay, yeah. Remember I just said a moment ago, initially he wants to save his mom. Then when he knows the truth, he wants to become God. Remember I said that, yeah? Alright? So, at this point, okay, he's literally becoming Jesus Yamato and say, forgive everyone's sins. Forgive the sinners. I will accept their sin. I'm not trying to be religious here, yeah, but that's literally his mental state at that point of time. And he has moved from, human to God. Okay? Yes, yeah.
Not the sinner, or whatever. And the show just expects us to believe Keiwa would be okay with that. Warren.
Expects Keiwa to be okay with that.
Reading this, I realized something. The cast only needs Geats mechanically. He shows up to defeat the monster of the week, but whenever there's a character-focused arc, Ace is barely there. Now, characters don't need
True. Okay, I do agree.
To grow, but Geats was involved in those early character moments. The biggest example was Neon when she was infected. Ace was there for her, yet as the series progresses, he distanced himself more and more from the cast. And for
okay, in the show's defense, in Geats' defense, the reason why as the show progresses, he distanced himself more and more from the casting is he started off as a human, but the more he gets closer to the truth, the more he wants to attain godhood. Okay, and becoming God means you need to let go of worldly desires. Does that make sense? Yeah. So for him to become God, he needs to let go of his worldly desires in a sense. Yeah. So because of that, he wants to distance himself from his friends. So he's caring for them in another way, but he's not caring for them in like, you are a friend, yeah. Okay? He's caring for them from, you are my people. Does that make sense? I know it sounds a bit weird, yeah, but yeah, something like that.
What? An arc where he doesn't even grow? Compare that to Tendo. As he bonds with people, he's no longer actively hostile.
Yes,
he still has his judgments, but he learns to help people in ways that are less harsh when needed. Tendo pushes his caste to grow.
Tendo softens up and becomes part of the team. Geats becomes God. Okay.
Ace pushes his caste away.
He pushes his caste away, yeah, because he becomes God. And as a God, like I say, you need to push them away. Because you can't be parasocial with your God. Okay, yeah, let's put it that way. Yeah. So that's the reason why Geats have to push the character away for it to work. Okay, yeah. While yes, I do understand his point of view that, hey, it's not as compelling, I agree. Because like I said, I think a lot of aspects of Geats, like you see, Tycoon, I could understand. Alright? Do you realize everyone I'm complaining? Zombie Boy, I complain. His arc could have been done better. Neon's arc could have been fixed. Punk Jack was in such a sorry state here. You realize I complain about those arcs that were not properly managed here. However, I have no complaints about the Kabuto side of things. My only complaint for Kabuto is the Hell Brothers was a little rushed at the end here. But besides that, I've got no complaints. You see what I mean? You see what I mean here? So, yeah, the character grows as a brother figure to Gata. I agree here. So from what? And then Geats is growing to become God. He's ascending the godhood here. The whole show is about him ascending godhood and how it affects the people around him. Does that make sense here? Yeah.
That's the difference. Thanks for sitting through my mindless ramblings for kid shows.
It's actually not mindless ramblings.
Biased here. I enjoyed watching Kabuto and I have issues with Geats, so let me know if you think I'm being a bit unfair and whatnot. And
No. Okay.
if you enjoyed this video, just like and sub, because I'm a small channel and it'll help me out a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. I have to say his video is so good. His video is actually so good, yeah. It's not a bad series, but it's the most consistent for Kabuto. Definitely, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's also a show about how Kamen become worthy of a main rider title, yeah. Exactly. Okay. I think the other aspect that makes Tendo work out is Kagami has a character growth. Now Kagami has an end goal. Does that make sense, yeah? He wants to be a Kamen Rider. He wants to attain Kamen Ridership, yeah. However, what about Geats? I think Keiwa doesn't have that sort of lofty goal. Does that make sense here? I just want to keep my sister safe. So now that my sister is safe, please forgive the person. Oh, character ends. You get what I mean, yeah? Keiwa doesn't have the extension of becoming a better character. Keiwa doesn't have to be, I want to be the top. So I think in the aspect, yeah, it didn't play off as well. In a way that, Kabuto's supporting cast, Kagami, Kamara, Drake and all, they all had their own goals at the end of the day, yeah. But the same goals are not as strong in Geats. Like you see, I told you I got no complaints about Kabuto characters aside from the Hell Bros story being a bit rushed up, yeah. But when it comes to Geats, my complaint is Neon needs more time. Punk Jack was left in the gutter. Zombie Boy could have been done better, yeah. Keiwa was acceptable. You see what I mean? But when the two characters don't bounce off enough, okay, yeah, it doesn't hit as strong. It's overall a good show. It's way better than a lot of shows we've watched these days, yeah. But it's definitely not, the peak, if you get what I mean, yeah. I've always felt Geats was okay, but Geats was never that peak. And I think he really brought up a point that I did not expect. You get what I mean, yeah. So, honestly, compared to the other video I reacted recently, okay, Kiryu Zui's one is so good. Okay, so please give him a sub. I think his explanation, his discussion on this video was so good, yeah. For those who are watching my VODs on the whole reaction, remember to go and check out his video. Give him a sub. Link is in the description, yeah. And with that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Do let me put up one more thing that whatever happens, okay, yeah. Yeah, this video is out for a while already. Like I already told you, I always wait for this was out 4 weeks ago. Okay, you see what I mean? Like I'll wait for videos to be out for a while before I will post the things. But also I do want to bring up on when it comes to video reaction, yeah, why do I not upload my reaction of the episodes directly online? Have you noticed that? I've never uploaded a full episode of my reactions. I always blur the screen, yeah. Because, alright, I didn't pause. Okay, yeah? A good reaction video means I will pause. The video is 5 minutes, I talk for 20 minutes. Or just now the video is 15 minutes, I talk for 1 hour. I mean, almost like times for the video length, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like if I do not contribute enough content, then I'm literally stealing people's video, yeah. Like, okay, I can tell you just now, remember, we were watching the toy reviews and all. I'll probably put that at YouTube Shorts. While I did record the full thing as like a full length video, yeah. Did I add like 10 times the content to the video? No. So I don't think it's fair for me to upload like a full VOD of my full reaction of it, yeah. Whereas like you see this one and the previous one that we watched, the length of my reaction, I think justifies at least, you know, I am having a reaction. I am actually putting in my input, yeah. At least that's the way I see it. The video has to be transformative, okay? Long story short, if it's transformative, I think it's fair, yeah. If it's just me going hee hee ha ha, then no, I don't think it's fair. For that goes in the shorts. That's not a full reaction. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyways, okay, for everybody on the Toku side, I did not finish what I want to do, but I hope you enjoyed what I did today, yeah. I hope you enjoyed all my reviews. I hope you enjoyed all my reaction to things, yeah. Okay, so remember, like, subscribe, and all. Did I miss any YouTube messages? Let me quickly catch up YouTube chat before I end. Okay, what's my favorite Kamen Rider Gold Henshin belt? Gold Henshin belt. I don't know. I don't have any gold riders I like. Okay, actually there's one. Den-O. X-Form. I'm sorry, I know I'm cheating, but Den-O X-Form is probably the best gold rider Henshin belt. Yes, yeah. X-Form. Okay, yeah. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me over on my Tokusatsu site. Yeah, do hop over to twitch.tv/Caturteer because we are going to be watching okay, we are going to be watching Ants Canada. With that, thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah, yeah.